French down there in the right lane, and it's Tim Lynch. Outlaw 10-5. Who brings us this wonderful clap?
Ultimate Converter Concepts. Lenny and the boys putting up the money for the big dogs. 10-5 W tires on all of these entries. Lynch and French bringing them to the line.
You know what I mean there? The free T-shirt giveaway. Well, Kelly down there at 18 years young. 18. She ditched school to go to Memphis and watch a race down there called the NMCA Streetcar Nationals. Right? Who cares? All right, so Tim Lynch right now ready to move in there and rock and roll with Kelly and company. Hey, with that, you might want to do some talking, kid. That Chevrolet Corvette down there from Proline has been built for brand new after a bad fire down at Shakedown last year. I don't know if you guys were down there, you've seen that. It was horrible. Lucky. That was in Maryland. Sorry, don't use the internet. Dave French on the right side.
Look at them side by side. Look at Lynch down on the top end. 422. 186 for Tim Lynch. Turbo Tim Lynch. 422 of the 7. Low ET of the meet, boys. 422 at 186.
Yeah, it was a 422, 186, and it was awesome. But they are going to battle between Ford Chevrolet. Jason Enos has been putting up lower number, higher number. They're playing that game each and every round. And Smiley getting his shot over here, number 26 in qualifying, the 1988 Mustang 632.
Final call, Outlaw Radial. Final call, Outlaw Radial.
I ought to give a loving shout-out to John Bewley in Kentucky. I think you're in Kentucky. You go, John, baby. Here comes that little green Mustang all your way, and there's Markowitz with a gorgeous-looking gunmetal gray boss stripe Stang, 2003 model, 648 on the lights. Oh, Markowitz shakes, though, hides right out of it, not going to catch him. Going to try, though. The number 26 takes out number
10. Unbelievable upset right there. Cordero, 470 with a 5. Markowitz did everything he could to try to come back around 200 feet
on the wheelie bars. Cannot catch him. 470, 161. Losing time for Brian Markowitz, though, 508.
What are your thoughts on this round of action? Ford Chevrolet, the Ford that's been battling low number of each and every round, along with Lutz Racing here, who has had his share of problems even trying to get this car to hook up. Little Chevy Cobalt does not want to work today. So look at a shot here is number 15. They've gone 444. Previous round in the 570, I believe, 570 class, the thing did not want to run. That's all right. You're famous, SOB. How about it, baby? Anyway, so with that, Jason Enos ready to make his Ford, and that is a gorgeous, gorgeous car. And another one that we talked about was the Woo Pack. Remember?
I think that's a Victory Racecraft piece over. Jason Enos is driving Proline horsepower under the hood. Jeff Lutz and the B&B Cobalt coming up right here. Look at them side by side. Look at Enos bringing it in. 423. 423 with an 8. 189 miles per hour, almost 190. Look at the Proline power. Eric Dillard. Thumbs up, my friend. Dillard put the tune in it. Said, here we go, boys. Proline power going to go almost 190.
How about that battle right there? So we got a 22, so it quickened it up this round, right? You went quicker than Enos.
Quick 32. X275 to the rear of staging.
And Candido Sanchez, who I saw last night again at Olive Garden. Those guys were hanging out and smiling and said, you see me, he was telling the guys, the crew, how he drove the car. If you remember in the right lane when the car moved around hard on him, and he did not get over on the steering wheel or under on the steering wheel or let that thing ride out. He was showing him how gentle he was making moves. And, I mean, standing there as a statue going, yep, I moved a little inch left, inch right, and he drove that car with the seat of his butt is what he did. He didn't make a hard move and get that thing all sideways. So Candidio showing that he can drive the number 6 qualified Chevrolet in the left lane. Miami, Florida, all over this place this weekend. Troy Blake on the other half out of Palm Beach, Florida, in his 02 Chevrolet Camaro, right lane.
Number 6 and number 11 qualifiers right here on the line. 2 heavy hitters. Here we go. Look at Candido carry the front end, gets it there, 430, 183. Candido 008 on the tree. Check out the reaction time right there. 008 on the tree for Sanchez. 430 at 183 translates it to a win.
The ones that can't read at home. Cool deal. And this is the Tin Man who came up earlier. The Tin Man saying, hey, the Supercharged has gone 24. This guy runs a 24, it seems like, every time he's up. So the 24 Matt Davis and company out of Georgia. Watch the Supercharged Oldsmobile and one of the most good ones right here. And that one's got your wing on the back there.
Yes, sir. Kiger sticks it in. Here we go. Davis all out of shape. Kiger takes the win. 452, 173 for the Chevy 2. Davis having all kind of issues after having a 005 reaction time to Kiger's 121. Had a huge hole shot, but couldn't put the power to the ground. Listen to the Titan Motorsports Gary White, left-hand side of the racetrack. Jimmy Marino, 68 model Camaro. Nelson, 632 cubic inches underneath the hood. VP Racing Fuels in the tank for the Camaro. Gary White, 3-liter, 183 cubic inches in the Titan Motorsports Scion T.
Not Tyler Cross. No, I wish I had a car named after me. That'd be pretty cool. Titan Motorsports Gary White, number 8 qualifier with a 431. Jimmy Marino, number 9 qualifier with a 436. Should be a good matchup. Scion versus Chevrolet.
Man, that explains the smart car right there. I've been waiting for that. Anyway, so with that, you're going to bring up that Titan Motorsports. Gary, his kid not in the house. Where's his kid go to college? Right there in front of you. Where's that, Auburn?
Auburn. War Eagle.
Yeah, he's out there listening, and I'll tell you what, his dad's driving good. Mom down there, Eric Lashinsky down there, the crew chief for many years. Not only here, but on pro stock teams all over. One of the best. I mean, that guy very good at what he does. Adel and Nero, they've been racing, not only building some foreign cars for street racing throughout the Florida area for years. These guys definitely know how to put it to the track. Keep your eye on it. Chevrolet may not leave heavy on this deal, but you better have something at the top end. That's all I can say. Marino goes to the lights. Here comes that secondary light. Lights are down. Marino finds himself 047. Got it. Top end, though. Oh, and White has problems. White may have just melted that thing down in the left lane. 4.59 seconds, not enough. And Marino goes to the next round at 436 in Outlaw 10.5.
Check it out right there. 103, 60 foot for the nitrous car. Marino had that thing on a rail. Gary White was right beside him all the way down. Looked to be a great drag race. When you look at it at the 330, both of them, 286 to the 330 foot cone. Gary White gave up the ghost. Jimmy Marino goes on to the next round.
Boy, those two guys, Still looking down there.
Cut him.
Yeah, there you go. So they're going to wait down there. There's problems down there. Might be a little bit of this or that going on in the cockpit of that Titan Motorsports car. A little smoke. Hopefully everything is A-OK.
I think that's a Victory racecraft piece over. Jason Enos is driving Proline horsepower under the hood. Jeff Lutz in the B&B Cobalt coming up right here. Look at them side by side. Look at Enos bringing it in. 423. 423 with an 8. 189 miles per hour, almost 190. Look at the Proline power. Eric Dillard. Thumbs up, my friend. Dillard put the tune in it. Said, here we go, boys. Proline power going to go almost 190.
How about that battle right there? So we got a 22, so it looks like Lynch came out, quickened it up this round, right? He went quicker than Enos. Enos and Company at a 23. That brings up your next two to the water box.
Hey, wait.
X275, TCI X275, quick 32, X275 to the lanes. Quick 32, X275 to the lanes, guys. TCI and fast, quick 32, X275 to the rear of staging.
And Candido Sanchez, who I saw last night again at Olive Garden. Those guys were hanging out and smiling and said, you see me, he was telling the guys, the crew, how he drove the car. If you remember in the right lane when the car moved around hard on him, and he did not get over on the steering wheel or under on the steering wheel or let that thing ride out. He was showing him how gentle he was making moves. And I mean, standing there as a statue going, yep, I moved a little inch left, inch right. And he drove that car with the seat of his butt is what he did. He didn't make a hard move and get that thing all sideways. So Candido showing that he can drive the number 6 qualified Chevrolet in the left lane. Miami, Florida, all over this place this weekend. Troy Blake on the other half out of Palm Beach, Florida, and his 02 Chevrolet Camaro, right lane.
Number 6 and number 11 qualifiers right here on the line. Two heavy hitters. Here we go. Look at Candido carry the front end, gets it there, 430, 183. Candido, 008 on the tree. Check out the reaction time right there. 008 on the tree for Sanchez. 430, a 183 translates it to a win.
The ones that can't read at home. Cool deal. And this is the Tin Man who came up earlier. The Tin Man saying, hey, the Supercharger's gone 24. This guy runs a 24, it seems like, every time he's up. So the 24 Matt Davis and Company out of Georgia. Watch the Supercharged Oldsmobile and one of the most gorgeous cars on the grounds right here. And that one's got your wing on the back there.
Yes, sir. Kiger sticks it in. Here we go. Davis all out of shape. Kiger takes the win. 452, 173 for the Chevy 2. Davis having all kind of issues after having a 005 reaction time to Kiger's 121. Had a huge hole shot, but couldn't put the power to the ground. Listen to the Titan Motorsports, Gary White, left-hand side of the racetrack.
Jimmy Marino, 68 model Camaro. Nelson, 632 cubic inches underneath the hood. VP Racing Fuels in the tank for the Camaro. Gary White, 3-liter, 183 cubic inches in the Titan Motorsports Scion TC. Not Tyler Cross. No, I wish I had a car named after me. That'd be pretty cool. Titan Motorsports, Gary White, number 8 qualifier with a 431. Jimmy Marino, number 9 qualifier with a 436. Should be a good matchup. Scion versus Chevrolet.
Man, that explains the smart car right there. I've been waiting for that. Anyway, so with that, you're going to bring up that Titan Motorsports. Gary, his kid not in the house. Where's his kid go to college? Right there in front of you. Where's that, Auburn?
Auburn. War Eagle.
Yeah, he's out there listening, and I'll tell you what, his dad's driving good. Mom down there, Eric Lashinsky down there, the crew chief for many years. Not only here, but on pro stock teams all over. One of the best. I mean, that guy very good at what he does. Votto and Nero, they've been racing, not only building some foreign cars for street racing throughout the Florida area for years. These guys definitely know how to put it to the track. Keep your eye on it. Chevrolet may not leave heavy on this deal, but he better have something at the top end. That's all I can say. Marino goes to the lights. Here comes that secondary light. Lights are down. Marino finds himself 047. Got it. Top end, though. Oh, and White has problems. White may have just melted that thing down in the left lane. 4.59 seconds, not enough. And Marino goes to the next round at 4:36 in Outlaw 10.5.
Check it out right there. 103 60 foot for the nitrous car. Marino had that thing on a rail. Gary White was right beside him all the way down. Looked to be a great drag race. When you look at it at the 330, both of them, 286 to the 330 foot cone. Gary White gave up the ghost.
All right, so I'm sorry there, Tyro. Go on, buddy. Take it in. Don't get sad. You
Here
got
we
laptop
go.
one hand, microphone the other hand, 3 girls on his lap, and a bubblegum machine that he's taking home. Go ahead, bud.
Here we go, back to Ultimate Converter Concepts. Outlaw 10.5. Slicks versus Radials matchup right here with Tony Johnson and Tommy Rayner. Battle of Georgia right here.
Here we go, in the water, and now it's Johnson out of the puddle first. Good burnout, man. I'm glad they got the car running. I am so happy for this team. They had that Lanco broke. They are looking for a reverse drive. They found whatever it was, and they are ready to go. Number 12. 440s with the car, and they are going to take on Rayner. I don't think it was Rayner at 55 Chevy years ago. Who was a team that...
So here we go. Tony Johnson, left-hand side of the racetrack. Brad Anderson Hemi. Underneath the hood, Mickey Thompson, 10.5W tires, hanging off the backside. Tommy Rayner, the Carrollton, Georgia 67 Camaro, Proline horsepower under the hood, Racecraft stock suspension.
Well, Rayner's guys look happy. I mean, they just put their hands right in their pockets. They watch this. Shepard looking for a win. How long has it been since he's had a win? I'll tell you how long it's been since he's had a win, about 4.35 seconds ago. That's how long. That guy just got one to put in his pocket at 4:35. Showing some power at 181 miles per hour, and Rayner could muster up 556 at 95. Next 2 cars, Steve.
Enzo Pacini out of Woodbridge, Ontario, Canada. The Mustang left-hand side of the racetrack with the zoomies on it. You hear the car loping coming back from the burnout box. Big-time cubic inches under the hood for Enzo. Jason Etheridge coming up, the 2001 straight line performance chassis car right inside of the racetrack with Eric Dillard, Proline power. Tried to combine Eric Dillard and Proline, and we about had a mishap right there.
Well, they got about 16 practice laps on this car throughout the whole year. According to Jimmy Blackman, he said he wished they'd wear out a few motors so they could go out and get the thing working. They're working on borrowed time is what they are. He said, man, you just can't do it without going out and race. You don't just show up at the biggest race of the year and try to be the man. But number 29 for Jason. There goes the boy from Rockmart, one-time AMA motocross champ over there on the left side who raced his heart out for years until the back said, I don't want no more of it. Jimmy Blackman. Left side, you got yourself Enzo Piccini, the Canadian. Billis, Built Power. Enzo. There you go. He'll wheel it down there. No, there's no noise next to him. Al Billis building him another new bullet under the hood of that machine. Just a few days ago, a few weeks ago actually, 572, 113 miles per hour. Enzo Piccini's going another round.
Watch it, Mac. So here we go, Outlaw Radial, presented by TRZ Motorsports. Holly, NOS, and Monty Smith. Look at Randy Westmoreland, left-hand side of the racetrack from Sherwood, Arkansas. 509 cubic inch big block Chevrolet under the hood with GT 47 88mm turbos supplying the horsepower. Tooch, who we got in the right lane?
Oh, in the right lane, you got another one of the pony cars sitting down there, just got stabled and branded. Scotty Ray. Barnwell, South Carolina base, 94 Mustang, number 13 in qualifying. Little nitrous oxide purge. And a little action going to about take place here. See if that grooming and brooming did any good for either of them. Good old wheel stand could be coming your way. You never know.
Westmoreland, real strong runner, was number 4 qualifier this weekend. Scotty Ray's number 13. So Westmoreland can lay down a number at any time. So I've seen this car go mid-50s. Scotty Ray, always a big competitor in the Outlaw Radial category. Here we go. Both drivers sneaking in. Westmoreland builds a boost in the turbo entry. Side by side, who gets it on the top end? Westmoreland gets it done. 455, 169. Dead even off the tree. Westmoreland.
Oh, that was cool right there. Oh, it was an awesome race right there. Chad Opolowski coming up out of Ocala, Florida. Ready to go. Dan Newman chassis. And the big bad Chevrolet Chevelle. So Chad in the left lane, Robert Culver in the right side. Culver did a great old burnout out of Huntsville, Alabama. 98 Ford Mustang, 572 cubic inch Chevrolet. It's going to all be heartbeat right here, and the heartbeat goes on the green. Oh, look at that. I don't know. That's the question. Yeah, he does.
Get that.
472, a hole shot, and a big hole shot victory. I will let you know that Rob Zarconi and Dan Newman did their job big time on that car. 465 at 161 miles per hour. Culver just drilled him. I mean, took him out and put him on the trailer right up the start. It's going to all be heartbeat right here.
Yes, sir. Culver had to pedal it, had the front end way up in the air, but still had the ProCharger power to hold off Chad O. Will Stevenson coming up, your number 1 qualifier. And the left-hand side of the racetrack from Gainesville, Florida. 615 cubic inches of horsepower underneath the 84 model Camaro's big cowl induction hood. Who? In the right-hand lane?
Are they actually, they must be switching drivers in that car, huh?
Yes, there's a different driver for Radial versus Oral.
And how about it? Dan Newman got to stay there and help work on that Chevrolet Camaro in the number 1 spot. Number 17, it is Mike Jones, baby. Who? Mike Jones. Yeah, they're over. Look at them over here. They're throwing dollars in the air. Mike Jones sits in the right side. And the 86 Buick. Don't shab this one out. This car boogies, dude.
B&B race cars over here in the right-hand lane for Mike Jones.
Oh, look at that, though. Look at Stevenson. Man, 453, 2/10. Yeah. Gets the low ET, but how about that 60-foot, man? I don't know. You must have himself a recipe over there. 118 60-foot. Dan Newman, you got some type of thing going on. 118 in the 60-foot, 116 on the big old Chevelle in the 60-foot. The Guppy's getting his little food ready, and he's getting ready to rock and roll here. Now we're going to bring in the next lady that possibly could go another round. She's going to have to earn it here because this guy ain't going to give an inch. As we learned in the previous round, Scott Hustad over here is the 93 Ford Mustang. Young lady purging the nitrous oxide out of Westland, Michigan, who won the Pinks battle in a Pacer. How about that? Won Pinks in a Pacer. I would have never known that, not even watching that show. So Carrie Ann Beebe, who probably would lend him his 8th grade shirt when he was up there on the podium doing a hands drop. Look at that. Come on, baby. They got anything for it. The little Ford out front and stays out front. 464, 166. 131. Carrie Ann Beebe and company not getting the... well, they went fast. I'm going to tell you what, 506 in that big car, 144. Backs up the next two Ford Mustangs. McGee coming up in a Fulton-powered machine in the left lane out of South Carolina. This is the car I'd like to sit on the top end and watch. The little black one, man. 5.6, suit up. Yeah, I love watching this car in the top end.
McGee's a great car. It's a great piece McGee has. Nitrous-assisted Gene Fulton horsepower, 747 cubic inches.
5 and 6, you need to suit up, please. 5 and 6, we need you to suit up. Applied nitrous oxide technology in the right lane. Barry Mitchell, Davidson, North Carolina, 89 Mustang. I don't see Jeff Prock hanging around. He must be at home doing the tune on a laptop or something.
X275 second chance. ATF X275 second chance race. Need you to the rear staging. Look at him go. Small block, big block. Who gets there first? Brian McGee, 452, 170 miles per hour. McGee in the nitrous entry, laying down the numbers here this weekend. Here we go. Joel Greathouse, left-hand side of the racetrack. And John Kalivas machine. And Greathouse getting ready to go. Kalivas out there showing the boys how we do it back in Mississippi. Greathouse doing the wheel job. VP Racing Fuels in the tank for Greathouse.
How they do it in Mississippi? What did I miss there?
We get it done. That's what happens.
Oh, he told him to hold up, let that long burnout come back, and then I'm going to do it?
Yes, sir.
That's what it is. That kid over there trying to put the rush on him.
That Kalivas guy, he's pretty slick.
You ain't going to rush Joel Greathouse. I'm
You're
telling you what.
sure as heck not going to rush John Kalivas.
As a young kid, he was a professional.
Greathouse, one of the best in the country behind the wheel of any car.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past her. She is something else. Anyway, so let's see what we got here. We got Buicks, you got Chad, got Monty Smith. Who down there looks like Deputy Dog. Right, turn this on, turn that on. Chad, do your job.
Right here. All right. Ready to go, Chad. Put it in.
I like that car, though.
Yes, sir. Clean. Listen to Greathouse up on the chip in Kalivas' car. Unbelievable. Here we go. Look at the white Mustang out and gone. Greathouse, 458, 170 miles per hour. Chad Henderson looks to have had some big-time troubles in the Buick.
Yeah, he got himself a cylinder there in the left side of that motor, man. It shut off, and a little wisp of that piston got his smoke coming out there. I like that. I like that red. Red with smoked windows. That sun comes out. In South Georgia, right here, put a little heat in that track. This is going to change things up. You know, you went back there, made a tune-up, and you're like, oh, no, here it is. You're going to be pointing down on that starting line. You're going to have to hold on and see if the tire's going to hang with you. Great House shows it. He comes back. Robbie Montgomery, 2000 Chevrolet Camaro, left lane, 427. Oh, look at this. Great matchup, 25 and 24. And it's Pierre, the body man, the man who jumps out before safety safari. Gets everything, the hammer, the tires, checks it out and says, get the rope on it. We're going to the next round. They got the camera on it now. See that? They want to see how Pierre looks.
Want to look at the tires, make sure they're all grabbing good down there on the bottom, and make sure we have no tire shake on the right-hand
lane. Look
lane.
at the burn down, kid. They don't want to get in. That Chevrolet, listen to that. That's an invitation right there. Bring that thing to the starting line.
Look at that. Burley having issues. Car dies on the start line, has to refire. Camera guy's like, man, now I've got to move the camera again.
Man, he was clearing something out. Here comes that big Montgomery dude. He's all the way in. Burley now. Pierre pulls into the lights. Lights come down. It's a smoke fest. Now it's going to be Ford Chevrolet, and who's got traction to prove it on the top end? Pierre trying to get there. Not enough. Here's going to be all Rob Montgomery. 691, 118 miles per hour. 664. Quicker. But just not getting there. And look at that, 096, 539 on the tree. That'll do all the math for yourself and tell you that you got to get off that green. You can't sit there and wait.
Big time difference on the start line. Always, always everybody talks about. But everybody's always like, well, the crew chief has to do this, the crew chief has to do that. The driver. Look at the driver now. The driver has the most important job out there. When those three amber lights flash down, they've got to come off that trans brake button and get it done and give their crew chief a chance, just in case he missed the setup, to go out and get a whole shot victory. That's exactly what Robbie Montgomery did right there. So here we go. Tommy Kelly. Kelly, left-hand side of the racetrack, and the twin-turbo Ford Mustang. Right-hand lane is the Kevin Mullins out of High Point, North Carolina. HED, Harrell Engine and Dyno, supplying the horsepower. Kevin with a big turbocharger in the vehicle. 400 cubic inches of Harrell Engine horsepower under the hood for the one and only Kevin Mullins.
Unfinished business, but what is the date? February what? And you can't come if you already won a prize. Sorry. Leaf spring to the lanes, please. Leaf spring to the lanes. Leaf spring to the lanes. Performance Trans. Caplocks Oil Company. Leaf spring to the lanes. First call. They're in. They're building booths. Right side. That wasn't enough to shake you up the way those lights went in on pre-stage and stage. I'll tell you what.
You already won. Sorry, I told you that.
So the Kevin Mullins with the win there, 532, 155 miles per hour. The round girl's telling us what will be coming out next. Look at this. This is really, you know what? Have you ever seen Intervention on TV, the cable show? We're sending you there today. No, will you go today? Will you go today? Jason, for real, will you go right now? The van's ready.
You can't make me.
All right, see you, Pooch. Oh, my gosh. This, you know what? It's going to go on forever till it's over. You're going to never outlive the camera flash.
It's a camera flash. By the way, I got one more shout out, buddy. Stevenson.
Woo! Oh, how about it? Pooch, man, VP Race Fuels, thanks for giving us the glue to do the things we can do here today.
Duck sauce.
Oh, man. That is awesome. That is Chevrolet Ford coming up. It's X275. It's John Sears. It's the X275 gear down there next to Mickey Thompson. The wear and gear. And look at this. We got kids coming on in.
Here we go. First pair out.
Oh, we got a kid with a giveaway. What is it? What's the date? Two. That's it. There's the head. That's a giveaway. Give her the T-shirt right there. There you go. Look at it. You won.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Isn't it amazing? No, what's amazing is even though you can't talk, this is proof that the brain works. She's like, damn right I did. Oh, that's awesome.
Look at Jason McCulloch down there. 482 gets it done for Bad Niner. 482 McCulloch.
The Texan is not giving up, man, as the guppy comes out of the puddle over here in the left lane. The Texan trying to hang out.
Here we go. Next pair out, X275. The Nitro Guppy, Lyle Barnett. Robbins, North Carolina, 565 cubic inches for Barnett. The 02 model Camaro. Look at Stevie Fast and all the boys out there hanging out. Mac Fab wheels. Jeremy Fowler coming up right-hand side of the racetrack. One of the fastest small block nitrous cars in the country. Gene Fulton, small block underneath the hood with Steve Johnson's Induction Solutions supplying the nitrous. Look at the Induction Solutions purge.
Oh, that thing's coming out of there like with a vengeance right now. And, you know, if you talk to the guppy while he was up here, guys, and he said he's really a mild-mannered guy, all right? Lyle's really quiet, doesn't do any bragging. He says, look, I know this guy ain't got it on the tree. I'm going to have to go after him on the tree because he's got a little more power than I do. I think I can muster a 65 maybe. And that was before the sun had popped out. So we'll see what happens. He knows this little Fowler car may be a little bit quicker than he is throughout the weekend. And then qualifying, it shows it by a 10th. Here they go. Uh-oh, Fowler. And look at this. The Guppy and Fowler. Who do you got, T?
Look at Fowler gets it done on the front end and on the back. 1:16, 60 foot for Fowler with 16 on the tree. 4:78 winning time for Max Ryder.
Man, I'll tell you what, although they are some of the best in the business, whether they're driving or not, they're doing their job down there. Mac Fab and the beadlocks they bring to all you guys are just one of a kind.
Here
so
we
make sure
go.
to help them out.
Here we go right here. The brand spanking new world's fastest small block turbo car in the right-hand lane. Terry Elam out of Prosperity, South Carolina. 2003 Ford Mustang Cobra Panhandle Performance under the hood. Marking the boys, Panhandle, Sean Line. All of them down there on the line. Chad Doyle, left-hand side of the racetrack. Elam builds the boost. Can he get it done?
Leaf spring to the lane, please. Leaf spring to the lanes.
Look at Elam. He is on a hit right here.
No,
Terry
I think he doesn't hear it.
472, 154. Terry Elam takes the win.
Sorry about that. She just takes it away. Leaf spring, please get to the lanes. Leaf spring to the lanes. We need Performance Transmission Caps Locks Oil Company. Leaf springs to the lanes. Leaf spring to the lanes. Here we go. Next two to the starting line. And let Jason tell me a little bit about this deal.
These are a pair of Kevin Neal tuned 275 car, small block car on the left there in Hildebrand. And on the right side, you got Justin Johnson, the mayor, with a big block single stage. And they're both from Ohio. And Kevin said earlier, he goes, man, we could have settled this in Killcare instead of had to drive 12 hours down here.
There you go, man. A couple of good guys racing out of the same neighborhood, meeting each other up here in round number 2. Well, you know, yesterday, Darren had his share of problems, you know, right here in qualifying. They were ripping that thing apart. You would have thought a NASCAR team was down there, the way they, no, I'm not, how fast they change a box on that car.
Unbelievable.
He was making a parts call to get him one. They go, no, we got one in it now.
Hey,
I'm not kidding you.
by the time the woman left the car right here, came up the steps, I'm going, hey, we need a parts. Nope, we got it.
They did. They had it in the car ready to go. I don't know. That's a good working team. Oh, man, that is probably not good for either. That thing not running to par in this outing, but that 482 shows that they quicken that car up a bit, 149 miles per hour. Have they been having problems with that car?
No, not really, guys. That's the first time I've ever seen Darren actually have any struggles or any problems with that car.
So Darren Hildebrand and his 90 Ford Mustang will go to the trailer and cheer on Justin Johnson. You got to stick together, go out there and go as a team, you know. Next guy coming up. I like this little car, man. Love this little car. Love the color blue on these Mustangs.
Rich Bruder. Look at this. The world's fastest world record holder for X275. Rich Bruder, right-hand side of the racetrack. Your #1 qualifier. Edson, New Jersey right here. 88 model Ford, 400 small block for Rich Bruder. Sean Ayers, left-hand side of the racetrack from Corinth, Mississippi. 93 model Mustang with Southern Speed on board. Ayers having some, there we go, gets it back in reverse. Bruder and Mustang Mike gets him lined up.
Oh, leaf swing to the lanes. I love it. Leaf spring to the lanes. Oh, see what happens? The door opens. There's no grease on the hinges, and boy, it. Jason, I'm telling you what, they better have fur cuffs if we ever go out tonight. I know they'll have them where we start. I don't know if they're going to have them where we finish.
It depends if they got the ATM in there, and we can be that guy.
Oh, awesome deal. Here we go. Let's see if Bruder can take the #1 spot and turn it into a win. He'll come in there, Mike Modest and company. Oh, it's done. He's coming out of charge, but it's done. It was done there at the hit of the throttle. 024, 037 down there to 60-foot 123, and a 476 for Bruder at 157 miles per hour.
Bruder falling off right there. Wonder if he's kind of playing around with these boys or what's going on.
Well, you know the old
Jeff Reed.
The old cliche is, why beat it up if you don't have? And it's true.
It's true. That's exactly right.
A lot of guys do that, and I've seen guys that will give up a test at the track knowing that they have a fast car and saying, "Hey, I'm happy with either lane."
Well, that's the thing. You know, you got to race smart out here. I mean, you know, this is one of the best facilities in North America, but you got to realize, you're not going to have a record-setting, in the air is 2,500 feet, 120 degrees of water. You got to race smart. And the Bruders and Mustang Mike, they race smart. They don't got to go out there and swing that home run every time.
There you go. Thank you, dude.
True words right there.
Pooch. How about it? Pooch.
Look amazing. No, speaking the truth. Look at this.
But it's neat. He comes down there and he speaks like a true driver, and then when he gets out there, he just doesn't perform.
He just gets out there and it's like party.
It is. Celery sticks and little bobbly things and umbrellas hanging in his helmet.
I think the Queen song is going to have to be my new theme song.
We need Lee Spring. Final call, Lee Spring. Final call, Lee Spring. Ultimate. Or excuse me, we need the performance transmission caps locks. Your final call, Lee Spring. Oh, look at the pedal fest. Look at this. Look at the dart. I don't know what that was.
Reed pulls it out. 002 on the tree. Takes it back. Jeff Reed in a smoke fest.
The smoke
gets
fest.
It done.
Not only on the back tires. You see, that old Dodge Dart kicked out rust out of the exhaust that had been there for 100 years.
Someone's probably going to say, why does that Q16 make my exhaust red?
Unreal, man. That stuff was just hanging out there. What a job. Good job.
The wheel man gets it done. Reed goes 002 on the tree. Pedal job like he's in a funny car. Gets the Holly Springs car down there. Reed moving on, baby.
Well, that's Dustin Mewborn coming up out of Lexington, Alabama, the 89 Mustang in the left lane. The Green Machine sitting left side. And the ATF company that's representing down there, Shakedown at E-Town coming up in October. Talk about a little bit of sun and a lot of numbers, man. We are getting it here today. Some great drag racing. This one that excited you earlier, Sean Ash.
Sean Ash, unbelievable. Rebuilds the motor right here in the parking lot. Put rods in it. Now they come out, one qualifying hit. I'm going #3.
Final call, Lee Spring. Final call. John Ford says, come on down. The trailer's wide open in the event.
Look at here, Mewborn's got him on the hit, got him on the finish line. Mewborn takes it, 486. Mewborn, not really an upset, but yes it is. Ash on the trailer.
I tell you what, that thing was earned right there. That wasn't just like stealing. That guy ran everything with his tune-up that he's had all week, and according to the numbers, did his job on the tree and just said, see you later. Looked like Ash just had his problems. I mean, he's a good light, 064, good 60-foot. And after that, it's going all over to Mewborn. So Mewborn will be back, and I love the Pontiac. That's the one that K-Dub's got up in the air today. It's not the only thing she got up in the air, but I'll tell you what, the Gray Ghost, leaf swing, that is a cool, cool car. That Pontiac on the left side of Charlie Johnson, you know this team?
Excuse me now.
You know Charlie?
No, in the left lane.
Your buddy over there helping out too?
Yeah, he's been over to the trailer quite a few times, but on that wheelie first round, I'm telling you what, that's a lot of car to be standing straight up.
You're not kidding. Here we go. Pontiac in the other lane. It's going to be Daniel Pachar. Pachar keeps it on the ground. Look at the Pontiac. Look at that motivation. Man, oh, man. That is all Pontiac right there. I'm telling you, 486, whole shot win, 485 with an 846 miles per hour. That 150, I'm going to tell you, those 4 miles per hour were looking right at the tail lights.
Look at that right there.
The marker lights on the car. What's that in the inches?
0.02. 0.02 margin of victory right there. Kevin Neal, 1 is greater than 2, isn't it?
All right, K-Dubs, be good. Are you taking her home? I'm just making sure. I'm going to drop you maybe a bologna sandwich and some bacon, because I know it's not a raging bird's nest. Here we go as they bring in the next 2.
One-liners of Tucci.
No, everybody. Don't get me blamed for some of that stuff.
I'm not going to get you blamed for some of the stuff that Tommy has said. Now, it's a bad day.
And Chad.
Chad,
98% we're coming from Chad. From cold beer to getting all weird on us. Here we go. Racing more action right here. We got Pontiac in the second chance. I believe it's going to be Matthews here out of Indianapolis, Indiana. 2000 Chevrolet Camaro. On the left side, it's Eric Kenward. There is the guy from TRZ driving. He feels like he's lost without the wagon. You know, he does. He came up here and he said, oh, he's all excited that it's going to get done. Brought up some great chicken. I don't know if you had. Did you have one?
Yeah, I had one of them chickens. Right? That's what it was. I ate it as I was walking to my car. I did. And then I red lit. My fingers were slick in the gloves and it slipped.
Did the gloves fit?
The chicken fingered it.
Oh, my gosh. Come on, Eric Kenward. Show him what you got. Number 5. In second chance, the Camaro just blasts the tire off the back end. Kenward goes down 512, 142 miles per hour. Qualified to get in the 5th spot of the second chance qualifier. Brought to you by ATF Transmission and Little Ducks and all the ducks and every duck thing that we've talked about. They say thanks, giving them the chance to win money. Here's Jimmy French out there hanging out. Nitrous Tuner out of Kennett, Missouri. And Troy Perez is doing the driving of his own car to Davie, Florida. Mike Orban out of Santa Maria, California, your 68. Cool looking color, man. Is that a factory GM color?
I'm not too sure. I don't remember seeing them that, but it's a beautiful hot rod coming all the way from that left coast.
Yeah, how about all those guys making that hit here?
That's the best, man. That's right there. That shows true heart and desire to come out to these races. I mean, you know, Donald gives us this awesome place to race, and you know, and the guys here, and then they're like, hey, man, I'm going to make like a 3-day drive. I just got flied.
You look like the kid on late night TV.
Ultimate Street to the lane.
No, you keep talking right through the commercial. Oh my gosh, was that? Oh, my gosh. You know, the Ultimate Street, billet atomizers, Ultimate Street to the lanes, billet atomizers, injectors, billet atomizer, injectors, and Media One, Ultimate Street to the lanes. Oh, golly gee, there's the burnout. It's second chance. It's going to be Tommy Hayes, Jason Brock, right here. Brock, look at the burn down. They're both going identically. Say, come get some, little red Mustang. Top end, doing the job at 5-0. Look at this, 505 and a 505, man. Little hole shot over there, 505 with an 8 quicker 02 in the right lane. It was a hole shot victory for Jason Brock. Ultimate, we need it to the lanes. Billet atomizer injectors, Media One, Ultimate Street to the lanes. Ultimate Street to the lanes, round 2 of eliminations. Race fans, I'm telling you, there's some nice cold drinks, some great food and everything hanging out there. We thank y'all. They got cold beer too. Anyway, we're going to bring it down to the right side here with Dale Handy. Sylvia, North Carolina, 79 Mustang. Haskell Mikowski. Goes back many years, racing out of Miami, Florida. Haskell now into the beams, lights are down. Lynch to the green, and it's all handy-dandy for the man in the right side. He's taking a win, 495 at over 144 miles per hour. All right, look for DRD photos on Facebook. He'll have the photos he took here. How many did you take this weekend? That's all right. 1,500 photos. 1,500. DRD. She took 5,000 plus total. That his fingers on fire. Oh my God, she had one off the shoulder and one off the cup. I mean, she got 2 off the cup, actually. The Fingler. Brian Tuden over there on the left side. Justin Schwanstorm. Zephyr Hills, Florida. Justin getting the on box. Dom is on his way out. Have a safe drive, Dom, all the way back to Chicago, Illinois. You got to get back to work. DRD photos, thanks for doing all you do. Taking great shots.
Justin Swanstrom.
Speaking of great shots, we got a ton of them in the house. PMA down here. Brian Tuden down there, the number 3 qualifier, is going another lap with a slower ET, and I mean real slow. All right, so with that win, 493, he'll come back for round number 2 at 148 miles per hour. Here comes the man that showed us how much he loves the sport of drag racing. Here's Larry Berkey out of Puller, Georgia, 93 Mustang. Look at that wheel stand. That car just looked gorgeous going out there, getting up there on the tire. 539, 131. He'll be back for round number 3. That brings up the Mod Father. You remember him, right? Luke? Wonder if he's related to him. From the Mod Squad, the Mod Father. Ronnie Diaz. Ronnie Diaz says, join me at the shakedown. He's getting, well, it's a secret, but he says he's going to do something special down there at the shakedown. Ronnie Diaz, yep, getting ready to. The Mod Father is.
Diaz out of New Jersey. Left-hand side was number 14. Walter Drakeford, right-hand side of the racetrack.
Final call, Ultimate Street, your final call, Ultimate Street, billet atomizer, injectors, Media One, Ultimate Street, your final call. Big thank you to Mark Walter and JAMA Racing Ministries and all they've done, media. Excuse me, not media, MotorManiaTV.com. Thanks for bringing it out here and putting it on live feed for all the fans sitting at home.
2,100 concurrent viewers right now sitting at home on the live feed. So we thank you all for joining in with us and checking out the Duck X No Mercy 3. Kevin Fiskus coming up on the line. Listen to Fiskus build the boost with the Davis Technologies bump box. Spins a tire. Fiskus was going to see what the track would hold right there. Back in it for the back half, 6:06, 142. Smoky burnout right there from the good-looking little Ford Mustang. I think Ford would get commission off this thing. Goodness, how many Ford Mustangs are in this parking lot? I think Barry Mitchell right now sitting top speed of the meet right now in the X275 second chance race at 155. And speaking of Barry Mitchell, here comes the Applied Nitrous Racecraft entry coming into the water box up next. Tommy O'Donnell, Benbrook, Texas runner right here in the right lane.
So 5:14 will come back for another round, and Mitchell, Applied Nitrous Technology, out of Tennessee. Deidre sitting at home listening to make sure that comes out right. Racecraft Inc. and he's coming back for another round. All he's got to do is get up there, get it lined up, take the light. That is your final call, billet atomizer, injectors, Media One, Ultimate Street, your final call. You should be in the lanes.
Stand by call for Outlaw 275. Outlaw 275, stand by. Do not come to staging yet. Outlaw 275, stand by. Look at Mitchell bringing in the power right there on the small block. 484, 154 miles per hour for Barry Mitchell, and speed 365. Going into some track prep right here before Leaf Spring. Spring coming up right here, or as Pooch would call it, Leaf Swing.
There you go, Leaf Swing. And well. We're calling Rob Wells out with the llama. That is the llama for Rob Wells. Anyway, so we got two Chevrolet. Uh-oh. Now, I would hurry up and get out of that puddle. I'm a racer. I'm not looking for camouflage here. I get up there. It looked like the throttle stuck for a second, like he went, whoa! Yeah, he's a celery stick puller. Oh, there's always a sponsorship from Hooters and the Wings. Can you bring extra celeries? Here we go. Now that is it. John Warren hangs out and waits on him and does his burnout in the yellow machine. And that man in the Canarium Racing Engines down there who's put that motor together, and this car is working. I flat out got to tell you, this machine right here hooks up, doesn't like to go to the bumper anymore. He just gets out and shoots down track. Number 6 qualifier, 494, 508 over here, Bruton in the left lane. A couple of Chevrolet Novas, Lee Spring Eliminator. Brought to you by Performance Transmission and Cap Locks Oil Company. Here we go. The purge of nitrous oxide. Andy and John's dad out there, the crew chief, tells him to go left just a little bit. Believe me, listen to him. He came up, told me and Ty. He said that, you know, the kid is going to run an 85, I think, or excuse me, a 95. Kid said I'm going 89. Kid, he went a 94 with a 9. So Dad knows best right here in this deal. Let's see how they do. Broke a wheel, got it fixed. Someone trying to go in deep on him. Oh, it's a good Chevrolet battle down to the 600-foot mark. The win length goes to John. How about a 495 with a 544 miles per hour? And look at Pops. He is just so excited, man. He's looking for it. They got it going on. They got that thing running like it's just hooked. Ooh, man, almost knocked himself out. No kidding. Her name's Kay, if you forgot now. That's a class of none other than Lee Spring in the big Dodge Dart of Marty Robertson. Fort Worth, Texas, coming up in the left lane. Love that car, man. 68, 418 cubic inch Chrysler. Zoom pipes hanging out under the lower fender on the Camaro in the right lane. Brian Morrow. And look at that. That is, brings back the days of the other Morrow. Remember him and Jerry and the Kate car? Remember them all? That car's still hailing around somewhere. Jerry Morgano, that's where I was going. Remember the Mary Kay Cosmetic pink, salmon pink car? Morgano, the guy who got out to do his hair after the helmet and left his shootout on the track, I heard. Remember that?
Yeah, oh, yeah. And I think his brother is Jamie Stanton, Joey Fatone.
Oh, man, here we go. Look at this. It is gone. Number 1 qualifier.
Wow,
486. Man, that Chevrolet is just quickened up. 8,656 miles per hour. It's gone to 75. Here's your next Lee Spring Eliminator. It's going to be a battle of Chevrolet Novas, Chevrolet Camaros, Team Lorex down here. And now they have to make the thing work. Team Lorex, if they don't have the tune-up, they're going back to cut trees. David Wilson. Natchez, Mississippi, 2010 Camaro, 588. John McDonough, I believe, out of the Panama City, Florida area in the black Chevelle, black Nova, excuse me. Look at them throwing their milk money around for the kids for Monday. Unreal. Look at the checks flying. Oh, man, the Lorex. Yeah, look at that Nova, man. Running a 507, 145 miles per hour.
Right there, man.
I'm feeling for the Lorex, though.
He's going right on into the next round right there.
Let it be known. Listen to me, Lorex. You will come back bigger and stronger. Just go home and watch the movie. Look at the Amish Lorex is lost. They went that way. Oh, oh, look at it. Look at this.
Jason Richards coming up left-hand side of the racetrack in the Camaro. Nitrous oxide, 632 cubic inches. Justin Sowell, right lane in the Nova.
All right, there we go. Jason Richards. Look at that, 487 on leaf springs, 153 miles per hour. Look at the 60 foot in that thing. 127 on a leaf spring. That's pretty darn good,
That is
man.
getting it right there.
Telling you what. Hey, Kool-Aid!
I'll tell you one thing. If you talk about a 60 foot in a leaf spring car, I've seen the car in the right-hand lane go 118 60 foot at Holly Springs.
All right, Induction Solutions. That's the whole factory right there. Rolling up, Jamie Otts. Where's he from?
Byhalia, Mississippi.
Byhalia? Yeah, I ain't got the twang to get. Let's hear that. Where's he from, Poot?
Byhalia. What? He's part of the Fakawi Indian tribe.
Tommy Kirk over there. I love that little Chevrolet. And it goes red.
Kurt turns the red light on.
Tommy. Look at Lyle. Lyle not happy with that, man. He is just shit. Lyle, God.
Camera flash.
Camera flash. Photographer. Look at, I haven't seen him that active all afternoon, man, all weekend. He was like camera flash. They left. He's blaming it on the photographers. You're going to start a new thing in drag racing. It'll be Dallas. Yeah, we're going to start a meeting here Monday. There will be no.
That's the Booch move right there, guys.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Mikaholic over here, Jason. Mikaholic is in out of the Texas area again. He's ready. Can he get the Blazer? Oh, not that way.
Get the upset right here. Rayland near 526 in the Blazer, taking out Jason McCulloch's Camaro.
That was a definite bad backfire right there. Here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from California, San Jose. Do you know the way to San Jose? That's a good beat of the drum right there. The San Jose. DJ Reed, the Afro-Mero, coming up on the right side after the burnout, and he's going to get ready to take on a big 615 cubic inch. Plant City, Florida base machine of David Boger. Boger's 67 Chevrolet Camaro is rocking out here this weekend. Going to be a good run. Number 3 qualifier in the Pro Charger, looking to go some laps all the way from California. 400 cubic inches.
That thing had heads off and everything. It was down to like a bare block yesterday.
No kidding. Hey, I'm telling you what, they do that here. They'll do it in the Kmart parking lot also. Yeah. The flash. Yeah, that Weary, that water tank opened up.
All right, well, it's quiet a minute, quiet, for about 11 seconds. Folks, it's just a couple little showers. We're not going anywhere. We're going to keep trying to race. They're doing a little sweeping. We're going back to this pair. Do not leave. If it starts to tinkle, do not leave. We're going to do our best to get this race in. So until we say it's done, it's not done. Again, we're going to do our best to get this race in. So bear with us. If we get another little tinkle, we'll just sweep and go right back at it. All right, so Duck wants to get this done. I want to get it done. The track wants to get it done. It's going to get done if at all possible. Work with us. We call you. Come on. Get loaded up. Get ready. And we're going to move through as quickly as we can. And like I say, if we have to stop and sweep or drag, we'll get it done and get back to action. All right, here's our final pair of leaf spring. Brian Brooks, right lane. Beautiful 66 Chevy 2. Car is for sale. Left lane, Mike Orban, Santa Maria, California. 68 Camaro. Our number 7 and number 10 qualifiers going at it. And, man, we'll... 2 show cars on steroids drove all the way from the West Coast to run each other. Here we go. Wow, whole shot right lane, 001 on the tree, 512 for the victory. Orban over there was late and had tire traction problems, 673 for the loss. Brooks, 001. That was either good or a bad job of red light, one of the two. I'm good. All right, coming up, Scootin' Hoots over in the left lane and Hooky Hooks in the right lane. Talk about some nicknames. These guys must be from Mississippi.
Oh, that is cool.
All right, Hoots is from Mount Villa, North Carolina. Hooks is from Griffin, Georgia. Couple Mustangs going at it. Outlaw 275, Outlaw 275, back in lanes for your pairings, please. Outlaw 275, back in the lanes for your pairings. Radial versus the World, stand by. Radial versus the World, stand by.
Hey, Wade, give me 1 second here and I'll let you jump right on. You know, I was going to tell Jeff Lutz, yeah, that is. There's so many looking street cars. Reminds me about being back in Memphis in the 90s. It is all about that Lutz chassis. You guys are making a big trip down here to the PSCA, are you, huh? Taking both cars?
Absolutely. We're going to make a stop in Houston for the NMCA, the NMRA shootout there in Texas. Then we're headed to the PSCA shootout in November with the Pro Mod and the 57. Yep, the Street Car World Nationals.
No kidding. So Mel's got a treat on his hands, man. He's bringing the guys all the way from the East Coast again. Street Car World Nationals coming up in November. That'll be cool. You'll have the 57. You and Larson going to get a side-by-side Las Vegas run?
Yeah, we're going to battle it out there for Mel. I don't know if Mel knows we're coming yet or not, but we're definitely both on board, and it's in stone, so we'll be there. For sure.
Something else right there, man. Fans, don't miss that one. I'm telling you. If you take a vacation, you get them for a good price. Get on a plane and get out there for a weekend. You get a hotel cheap, go out there and enjoy. Right now, we're going to go right over to Chad. Chad, what do you got? Thanks, Chad. But anyway, back to...
Good talking to you, Chad.
All right, right lane will be the winner of that race. Right lane will be the winner. The left lane left before the tree was activated, and the right lane will be your winner. Curtis Henry, Decatur, Alabama, going to the next round. Gary Price, Defaniac Springs in the Mercury Capri. Talking about a show car on steroids. Look at the 66 Mustang over there in the left-hand side. Beautiful paint job.
528, Ronnie Danger Wilson, number 11 qualifier.
Look at Kevin Robinson over here in the left lane. 528, 529, 544. Staged up.
Look at the wheels up for Wilson. Look at the finish line right there. Reaction time advantage, ET advantage. That takes a win light. Russell, what's up, baby?
All right, folks, coming up here to the left-hand lane, we got Bruce Rentz coming up in the 95 Mustang with a 427 small block, nitrous powered. Right-hand lane, we got Robert Hollingsworth out of Paris, Tennessee in the 85 Camaro, 440 cubic inch small block Chevrolet, nitrous fed.
Hollingsworth, 2010 ORTC Ultimate Street Champion right here at South Georgia Motorsports Park. Currently your number 8 and number 9 qualifiers right here on the line. Hollingsworth had 1 good hit. Rentz had 2 good hits. So we'll see what happens right here. Hollingsworth and Rentz. It's going to be a good race right here. Hollingsworth right on the cubic inch maximum at a 440 right here in Ultimate Street. Bruce with a 427 cubic inch.
Pulling them into the beams. Lights are down. Hollingsworth. Winner, right-hand lane, Robert Hollingsworth with a 520, 136 miles per hour.
Hollingsworth had to come around him on the top end. Had a big time. Final call. Final call, Ultimate Street. Missing 1 or 2, guys. Final call. Final call. Last chance to get up here. Ultimate Street. Final call. Robert Rogers, your number 1 qualifier, right there on the left-hand side of the racetrack in the TRZ Motorsports. Ford Mustang out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Bill Clary out of Blackshear, Georgia, right-hand side. Sponsored by Outlaw Induction Nitrous, Mac McReady, Robert Cody's Category 5 race cars, Brent Fraser Racing Engines, and Rocco Curtis. Rocco down there doing the wheeling.
Radio versus the world, first call. Radio versus the world, first call. We need you in the staging lanes. Radio versus the world, first call. Need you in the staging lanes.
Look out. Reaction time advantage to Rogers. Finish line 5:11. VP Racing Fuels on 142. Unbelievable. 400 cubic inch small block. 1 single plate kit of nitrous, and Rogers goes 142 miles per hour. Unbelievable.
Left lane coming up, we got Kurt Hatley coming out of Vero Beach, Florida in the 90 Mustang, 421 cubic inch small block.
Radial versus the world, PTC. Radial versus the world, the baddest boys on the parking lot. Bring them up, guys. PTC, Radial versus the world. Bring them up. Radial versus the world. Come on to staging, guys. Here we go, number 2 qualifier, Kirk Hadley, left-hand side of the racetrack. Don LaManna looking to pull the upset. Let's see what happens.
Look at the fire.
Big nitrous backfire for Hadley, number 2 qualifier. Pulls over to the side, Don LaManna takes the victory, 539, 132. LaManna takes the round win right there. Hadley with a big nitrous backfire.
All right, folks, while we got some time down, I want to give a shout out to the sponsors for the Ultimate Street class. Billet Atomizer Injectors and Media One, bringing you the Ultimate Street class. We want to give those guys a big thank you for putting up the money for these guys. Check out this beautiful Chevelle coming up, 1969 Chevelle. Ricky Pennington coming up out of the burnout box. Ricky Pennington out of Calera, Alabama. Calera, Alabama, Ricky Pennington getting the bye run. Competition bye. Jody Bowles not being able to make the call. Easing it down the track, saving the parts for the next round.
Chris Lancaster coming up right here. Taking a competition by run is Justin Brinkley. Did not make the call. 66 model Mustang, left-hand side of the racetrack, 5.4 liter under the hood. Listen to the turbo come in on the Lancaster machine. Headed on down there, 5:30 at 135. That was your number 5 qualifier for the weekend right there. Out of Ashland, Mississippi, your number 1 qualifier, 4:56. Check out the Holly Springs Motorsports on the back glass, baby. Yes, sir. 3 weeks removed. We're ready to roll. Joe Johnson out of Rockwell, Texas. 434 cubic inches of twin turbo horsepower for the number 17 qualifier here this weekend. Kalivas pulls it into the beam, stops, reaches over on the laptop. All right, just wanted a little bit more right here, a little bit more right here. All right, we're good right there. Reed says put it in the beams. It's got a TCI converter. PTC, Radio versus the World. Bring it in, boys. PTC, Radio versus the World. Bring them in. Joe Johnson out of Texas says, I'm looking to pull a big one right here, boys. We're fixing to put it in the thing. You know, everything's bigger in Texas. PTP Racing, left-hand side of the racetrack. Look at Great House. Great House is going, come on, boys. I'm ready to go. He said, I'm hungry. Want some chicken. So Kalivas builds a boost right here. Both drivers building the boost. Here we go.
Listen to those precision turbos spooling up. Look at the reaction time, 0:38. 5:09, 157 miles per hour to John Kalivas out of Ashland, Mississippi.
Good driving job out of Kalivas right there. Has to catch it on the pedal job. Was 22 on the short time. Joel, 22 on the short time, picking it up right there on the 275s. Kalivas moves on to the next round. Who we got up next?
Coming up in the left-hand lane out of High Point, North Carolina, we got the Kevin Mullins. Coming up in the right-hand lane, we got John Pryor out of Louisville, Kentucky in the 97 Mustang. He's got a small block 400 Ford. Looks like he's got a camera on the back of it. Maybe we'll get to see a show in this one. We'd like to give a big thank you again to Bonnie Race Radio for helping us promote the race. If it wasn't for Bonnie Race Radio, half these people would not be here. Thank you again, Bonnie Race Radio.
So here we go, guys. Got a good pair coming up right here. Your number 3 and your number 14 qualifiers, Kevin Mullins and John Pryor. PTC Radio versus the World, you should be here. Once again, PTC Radio versus the World, you should be here. So bring them on up, guys. Listen to the boost being built from Kevin Mullins and Pryor. PTC Radio versus the World, bring them up. Pryor knocks the tire off. Look at Mullins, 461, 161 out of the single turbo. Personal best pass of the weekend right there. 461 for Kevin Mullins.
PTC Radio versus the World. We need you in the lanes as soon as possible. PTC Radio versus the World. Need you in the lanes. Coming up in the left-hand lane, we got Billy Driscoll out of Wesley Chapel, Florida, and a 90 Mustang. 470, stand by. 470, stand by. Right-hand lane, we got Turbo Todd Moyer out of Pasadena, California, in the 88 Mustang. 434 cubic inch Precision Turbos. Precision Turbos bringing this class to us this weekend, along with Mac Fab Beadlock.
Moyer, a Texas runner right here. Driscoll, the Florida runner. So it's going to be a great matchup right here, Florida versus Texas.
PTC Radio versus the world. We need you in the lanes. PTC Radio versus the world. Need you in the lanes. Listen to him building the boost. Coming up into the lights. Oh, and he rolls through. Todd Moyer lifting the wheels up. 473, 157 miles per hour. Todd Moyer taking the win in the right-hand lane.
So I see PTC Radio versus the world rolling in. Got a couple of cars. See Willard Kinzer, Chris Daniel, Mark Woodruff, some more guys back there in the rear staging waiting on some opponents. So bring them up, guys. PTC Radio versus the world.
Coming up here in the left-hand lane, Tyler, we got Marty Stinnett out of Cullawaga, Kentucky. Catawba, Kentucky. And the 96 Cobra. Who we got coming up in the right-hand lane?
Joseph Fulton, the Nitro Century, coming in out of Glenville, Georgia. Ford Mustang, your number 8 qualifier.
Number 8 and number 9 right here, side by side. These guys have been running close all weekend.
Fulton and Stinnett right here coming up. Twin turbo entry and a Nitro Century. Big cubic inches for Fulton, small block, Southern speed power for Marty Stinnett. So here we go, got the fluid up off the racetrack. Fulton and Stinnett sitting on go right here. Here we go, both drivers are in. Lights are down, here we go. Stinnett side by side, check it out. Top end, Stinnett, unbelievable, look at the hit, 450. 450 with an 8, that would be the national record. Unbelievable. Outlaw 275 record right there for Marty Stinnett. Check it out, boys. 117, 303, 450 at 167. Marty Stinnett, that is the record right there. 450 with an 8. Jerks away Joe Greathouse's 456 record from last year and shatters it right there. He's got to hit the scales, though. He's got to hit the scales. Nobody's at the... Need somebody at the scales. I need a guy at the scales. Once again, guys, I need somebody at the scales.
That would be a shame, wouldn't it? Donald Banks, right? Look at that smoke coming out of the back end. Banks don't care. He's got a tune-up and a half. And there's the other half of it, and I will tell you what, the temperature might be changing and getting a little bit cooler. The nitrous oxide, that signal not making it all the way into the cylinder walls, and that was something else right there. That thing did not like any of it from the hit of the throttle. 566, 94 miles per hour. But, man, what a run.
Make sure you hit the scales or it will not count. Now I need somebody down at the scales. I need a guy at the scales. So once again, somebody needs to be at the scales.
All right, so hopefully someone's down there and working the scales down there. We'll find out.
Look at Proformance and TCI down there now. Look at that. TCI, look at the relations. 470, 1 and 2. 470, lanes 1 and 2. Look at the relations TCI is making this weekend. PTC, Proformance, it's all coming together now. 470 index, 470 index, lanes 1 and 2. 470 index, need you to the lanes. .470, come on guys, 470. 470, you've got to be here guys. 470, lanes 1 and 2. So here we go, Andrew Surratt and Tommy Hayes coming up right here. Surratt from Georgia, Hayes, Tennessee runner. All right, guys, listen up. Listen up. We're going directly from 470 index to Outlaw 10.5. So Outlaw 10.5, you are on standby. Outlaw 10.5, you are on standby. We're going directly from 470 index to Outlaw 10.5. Going directly from 470 to Outlaw 10.5. So Outlaw 10.5, you're on standby. You'll be directly behind 470 index.
You know, with the racers out there still involved, you got to be on the game. Turn the radio on, listen to us, make the call, and be there, please. We're trying to get you all in, trying to get champions crowned right here at South Georgia Motorsports Park for No Mercy 3 in the world's largest small tire race. Right now we got Phil Hines. Rolling up out of Ohio, Hines, the 01 Mustang, number 2 qualifier. Pro Charger all over him, and he has been running good. Almost shook the NiceOnes.com girl right out of her seat when he hit the throttle out of the water box. But that's all right. Terrence Whalen in the right lane out of Cumming, Georgia. The about 95 Mustang, number 15 in qualifying. You got a whole half of the field out here to try to get around Phil Hines. Let's see if he can do it. Building the boost into the pre-staging. It's going to be Terrence. Here comes Phil. And we got a drag race right there. Look at Phil Hines making a hard charge. Top end. He gets here 465. 165 miles per hour. Phil Hines got the tune-up, man. That guy has been running the 460s, it seemed like, since he came here and got into the second round of qualifying. They haven't stopped.
Hines been laying it down. He was 462 in qualifying, 464, and right there, 465. What a matchup we've got coming up right here. Hal, tell us about it.
He fixed it. Jason Wade must have fixed the car, man. He had oil everywhere, didn't he? That little car had problems. The Falcon out of Dickinson, Texas. In the left lane, the Falcon, 68, I believe, model year. Proline power under the hood. That thing is slammed down low and taking on Owenby. Scott Owenby in the right lane. 86 Ford Mustang. They're going to mop up a little bit. A little water may have came out of the car once again. And I learned something how they do it. You know, you go on down there, and on your way into the staging area, you can hit the brakes a little harder a few times coming up and knock some of that water out. They let that one guy do it about 3 times right here before he got staged. So make sure you have no water in your car.
Lanes 3 and 4, load up. Lanes 3 and 4, load up in the lanes, guys. Lanes 3 and 4. Load up. PTC, Radial versus the World. Lanes 3 and 4. Load them up. Load them up, guys.
Well, Wade down there telling us a little bit about keeping your eyes open, and that's what they're doing right now in the left lane. They're trying to get in there, bumped in a little Falcon. Boy, you took both of them out of the tree there. Owenby down there first. Look at that whole shot win. 031, 470, throwing away over a tenth of a second. Win at 483 and a win at 149. Whole shot victory.
Here we go, PTC, Radial versus the World.
And that is what it's about, PTC, torque converters, transmissions. As they roll up, Scott Husted over here out of Newport Richie. You know, we thought he had problems yesterday. That thing wasn't qualifying like it should, 530s, 460s. He has been just out here like a dang Marine, just going through everything. Husted, you got to watch him, number 25 in qualifying. Found himself in the ladder down there. Way down, 32-car field, 25. That's just breathing to get in.
25, that means he took out number 7 in round number 1. So we got Brandon Fugler, right-hand side of the racetrack, number 9 qualifier. Can Husted slay the giant again?
Look at that, number 9, trying to go. I like the car. It sits upright, looks all stock. Got it all moving in. That's what you live for right here. That's why you miss school on Monday morning. Brandon Fugler. And the guy saying, look in the rearview mirror, just pay attention to the light and try to cut one. Here comes that guy from Brookhaven, Mississippi, the 69 Chevrolet Camaro.
Fugler gets it fired back up right here. Looks like he was having some issues. Let's see if he can make the pass. We'll look in the burnout box here, guys. Stevie Jackson, Kyle Utell. Look at this matchup. Will Stevie hoss the gas? Husted takes the competition by Fugler, breaks. Look at Husted, brings in the power, goes 465, 171 miles per hour as Brandon Fugler's having issues.
Man, you're not kidding. The 460s again, running the car very well. Track showing that it's there for him and pushing off the old Chevrolet from Mississippi. Who do you need in the lanes right now there, Jimmy?
470 you need to be here.
Outlaw 10-5 on standby. Outlaw 10-5, get ready. Outlaw 10-5, get ready. You will be next. Outlaw 10-5, you will be next. And now as the young Holly Springs announcer and promoter points out, this one you don't want to miss.
Kyle Utell. I'm missing one car in 470. I'm missing one car in 470, and then I need Outlaw 10-5 to the lanes. Outlaw 10-5 to the lanes. Tell us about it, Tooch.
I'm just going to tell you about nitrous oxide is all I'm going to say, man. They've loosened up the rules, made these cars a little lighter to come up and play with the guys like Stevie Fast. And Stevie Fast knows he's going to have to be on his game. He ain't the kid just wearing the visor, not looking up and over from the visor. He walks around, he pays attention what people are doing. Now it's time to see if the number 1 qualifier can put away the lightweight nitrous entry that has moved into his battle.
You're exactly right. Kyle Utell coming up right here out of Cypress, Texas. One of the biggest matchups of the night right here in round number 2. This could be the biggest matchup.
Look at the kit purge.
Look at all of them, baby.
Yeah,
look
you're not kidding. You went double, single, double.
Look at all the stages of nitrous being purged out of the bad Nitro racing team. Jackson says, he said, I don't need any nitrous. I'm Pro Charger. I'm ready to go. Fans in the stands, who you got, boys? I see all the betting going on. Who you got?
Who you with, Chevrolet or Ford? Stevie Jackson or Hutell? Gotta like this one, man. Just had a birthday, this kid. Getting ready to light it up.
Forward body, Chevy powered for Stevie Jackson. Here we go, boys. It's going to be good. Fixing to bring them into the beams. crew says, stick them in there, boys. It's time to go. You tell one last purge. Make sure all the air is out of the line. Jackson clears it out. Look at him clear it out, boys.
You said one more purge. I saw another one. That guy's got the bottle. He wants that thing perfect, man. He's making sure every kid is going to come on. Hutel into the lights, fully staged. Jackson's in, lights it on. There they go. Look at the candles lit. Jackson's got problems. Hutel gets him on the top end.
Numbers,
ladies and gentlemen.
430 for Hutel. Look at the numbers. 110, 60 foot, 290 to 330, 430 for a nitrous entry. Wade Rich is the man.
Look at that 60-foot time. Guys, 110, 60 foot for Hutel. That is incredible right there. 110. That is a man that just did the track and the crew down there that made it happen. Congratulations to each and every one of them.
Unbelievable job, guys. Come in after the rain, put it down right there. Hutel goes out. Third fastest pass in history on a radial. Third fastest man on history on a drag radial right there. Kyle Hutel.
Happy birthday to Kyle, man. That is awesome.
What a way to spend your birthday. You go out here, you say, guess what, boys? I've got Stevie Jackson's second round. I'm putting him on the trailer. Outlaw 10-5. Bring him to the lanes. Outlaw 10-5. Bring him to the lanes, guys.
What a drag race. Now you got Josh Kluger coming up. Kluger out of Jacksonville, Florida. 2002 Mustang into the beams. Kluger Fiskus. Here we go. They got the win. Red light win. They're going to like that because they got on and off the throttle. Carlton Thompson goes 005 red. I mean, he was trying to take everything away from Kluger, and he throws away a 447 on a red light. What do they say in the sport? You got to wait for green if you're going to be mean. And believe me, that was mean right there. It's a shame.
You are exactly right. Carlton Thompson, I think that is a personal best, 447 for the old Orska racer. Thompson.
5 and 6, suit up. 5 and 6, suit up. We need Outlaw 10-5 to the lanes. Look at the temperature change here, man. You can see it over here in the exhaust. We're getting a little bit of a steam action coming out of the pipes.
So here we go, guys. Next pair. The air is getting better. Cars are running good. The nitrous guys are loving the cool air.
Number 2 qualifier has been in the 30s. And now the man that basically the guy on top of the block right here, now that Stevie Fast is gone, here is Frank Soldridge. Soldridge out of Pennsylvania, New Tripoli, Pennsylvania. And the guys down there in their 2004 Cobra Mustang in the left lane. Right side is Rob Veldon. How about the gangsta? The old Dave Hance Mustang, the first in the 6s, first over 200. Right here on the right side, out of Sealy, Texas, man. And I know everyone in Texas is standing on the chair at home right now because Rob Veldon has definitely learned to drive this car. I remember Hance having a handful in this thing. This kid has figured it out. Let's see if he can get down there and give Soldiers a run for his money.
Team North versus Team South right here, boys, and that used to be a Team North car. So let's see who gets it done. Soldridge and Valden right here. Both drivers building boost, puts them in the beams. Here we go, Tooch, give it on.
Veldon's got the lights. There he goes on the hole shot. 03, 06. Look at this. A pop as he got him on the beams. No. A 54 to a 46. My gosh, that kid's got that car working in the right lane.
10-5, I've got one car. Outlaw 10-5, I have one car in the lanes. Outlaw 10-5, I need you to the lanes now. I have one car.
Was that a great drag race right there? Look at the 60-foot drag radial. Stand by, drag radial, get ready. Outlaw 10-5 into the lanes. 307, 305 at 330 feet. I'll guarantee you the gangster was looking in the eyes of Soldridge thinking of a kill. How about that? Awesome drag race. Go ahead.
Here we go, next pair out. Team Etheridge with John Kalivas behind the wheel and Brad Edwards. Edwards, your number 3 qualifier with the 88 millimeter Garrett turbos on the 588 cubic inches of HED horsepower underneath the hood for Brad. Brad, VP Fuels in the tank, says, I'm ready to go. Bring on the Mississippi Kid.
Man, these matchups are incredible. There are some serious matchups right here, but let's go to Brad Edwards. Edwards guy walks. That was a trick, but now he finds him again. Brad Edwards gets ready to get pulled in. John Kalivas, man, you know what? It seems like he's got back into his game.
Kalivas coming back off all the NMCA and NMRA world champions. Get back in the seat, says, I'm ready to do some driving, boys. Edwards looking to stop the rain. Let's see what happens.
Edwards looks like he may have had a move. 044, 047. Edwards gets onto the throttle. John Kalivas.
Kalivas takes it in the Etheridge machine. 445, 177. Where's Mac Etheridge? I bet it got a thumbs up. Look at the reaction times. Dead even on the tree, almost dead even to 60 foot. It was going to be a race, and Edwards gave up the ghost.
Oh, Edwards had to give up the ghost. I think that thing wanted to make a hard move on him. Brings up Willard Kinzer. Willard Kinzer out of Allen, Kentucky. He's done more good things for guys from Kentucky. You heard what he did for that team that was #1 qualifier. Said, I'll fly you around the country to get you the parts. Kid said, these are special parts. I can't find them anywhere. So Conley just appreciated him.
Great guy.
Conley's his UPS guy.
No way.
Yes. He goes, that kid's my UPS guy. Tell him to get in the Learjet. I'll take him anywhere around the country.
Tells you what kind of man Willard Kinzer is right there out of Allen, Kentucky. The ex-David Wolf machine is still flying, was #6 qualifier. He's got his hands full right now with the VP Racing Fuel machine.
I believe
driven
it
by
was,
Kevin Neal.
as you said yesterday, that is the old Ken Nelson car. Willard wanted it, and here's the story, true story behind it. Had no intention of being in these big races. He wanted to go 200 in a car, and that's all he wanted to do. He did that, 221 miles per hour, never let off the throttle, went through the grass, the flowers, everything. Got to the end of the track, and David Wolf said, what did you do? He goes, it didn't feel that fast to me. I didn't think I needed the chutes.
Wow. Wow. That's what I'm talking about right there.
That was his third pass ever in the car. So Willard Kinzer, hat off to you, my friend. 83 years old and running like a 20-year-old. Here's Kevin Neal. Kevin's been all over this place all weekend, tuning, pushing, helping, and even trying to tell his guy that used to drive in the other class this car, slow down on the celery sticks. Kevin Neal now, Lebanon, Ohio, rolls in. Can he give him a run for his money? Man, oh man, 480 for Willard Kinzer. Neal gets him down on the top end at a 460, 160 miles per hour. So the Olds G-Body, fastest G-Body Oldsmobile in the country right there. Tuned by Kevin Neal. Built in bad, I'm telling you what, not built in bad style, built in bad taste right there with a guy who just knows how to make things run. All right, we'll get it fixed. Look at this. Man in the orange shirt saying, bring it on. South Georgia Motorsports Park, time to fire him up. The Chevrolet Corvette has no problem bringing it to life. And a Woodruff and guys, Arnold, Missouri-based machine. Henderson, this is a good, great muscle car battle right here.
Look at the matchup right here, guys. Henderson out of Madison, Alabama. Woodruff out of Arnold, Missouri.
Yeah, for Mark. Thanks. All right, we need X up here. X275 to the lanes. X275 to the lanes. Outlaw, drag radial to the lanes.
Outlaw 10-5, supposed to already be here. Lanes 1 and 2, load up. Lanes 1 and 2, load up. Lanes 1 and 2, load up, guys. Lanes 1 and 2, 470 is coming out next, right in behind Radial versus the World.
Oh no, Chad Henderson. Woodruff getting a run for it, man. He's going to get it all to himself. Look at that thing. Gosh. A 465 for the Chevrolet Corvette. 175 miles per hour, and sad to see Chad Henderson getting pushed off. That is upsetting right there.
Hate to see that right there for Monty and the whole G-Body team down there. Hate to see that for Chad and his team. That's a great family right there coming in out of Alabama. Wish they could have had a shot at this thing. They had as good a shot as anybody.
So we'll leave it into and leave it up to possibly the Pontiacs. Taking on the Chevrolet, powered I'll tell you what, the Fulton Power, 700 cubic inches of big Fulton Power. You can hear that thing breathing. Man, is it taking some of that Georgia air in for Brian McBee. Pillion, South Carolina, 86 Mustang, ready to go. Chris Daniel out of White, Georgia, in his 2000 model Firebird. Gorgeous car.
Both cars running on nitrous oxide. Not sure who builds Daniel's engines right here, but I know that Brian McGee is running Fulton horsepower. Look at the nitrous purge.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Some alley in the back of the butcher yards in Chicago. That's the sound you'll hear at 3 in the morning right there. Wake you right up, get ready for work. That Pontiac sitting there on the right side now. After the burnout and the nitrous purge is ready to go. The big Fulton power plant. Tiny motor, you think?
I believe so. I think that's one of them tiny Fulton motors right there.
I think that's the driver's name, Tiny, because this thing is huge. I love that nitrous purge, man. That was cool.
Look at that. Look at the flames out of McGee. Takes it 450, 165. Unbelievable run right here. Look at the reaction time advantage. McGee had 3/10 on the tree. Daniel ran the number. Could not get off the starting.
68 too quick. That brings us into Outlaw 10-5 racing action. Outlaw brought to you by that torque converter company that has been so cool here this weekend. The Ultimate Converter Company and the Ultimate Converter Package right here. Outlaw 10-5, Outlaw Radial to the lanes, Outlaw Radial to the lanes, Outlaw Radial to the lanes. Here we go, Smiley Cordero. Smiley Cordero in the right side, San Antonio, Texas, the Mustang, 26 in qualifying. Jason Enos, how'd you like to pick that horse in the first round?
I think he's going to have his hands full.
Red. He goes red.
Lane number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Enos goes red. 001 red. Unreal. 4.21 seconds. A red light start, and Smiley is doing just what his last name or his first name says. San Antonio in the house.
X275, we need you to the lanes. X275, we need you to the lanes. Outlaw Drag Radio, we need you to the lanes. Outlaw Drag Radio, we need you to the lanes.
001 red.
Man, that's got to hurt.
Sing the Smiley song, will you?
I don't know the Smiley song. The kangaroo song, the kangaroo song.
Oh, my gosh. I am so upset for that race. Look at Kelly Lynch. That was something else, man. I was building up, seeing what we could do. Tony Johnson still got some power left in it. Last man standing, he says. We'll find out, won't we? Enzo Pacini's got problems. It may be a single. I'm not sure.
Tony Johnson coming up here getting a competition by Enzo having to push it back in here to the pits.
All the way to Ontario, Canada. Enzo Pacini. What a job. Man, salute him. Oh, Canada, oh, Canada. Something broke in the Pacini car, and I hope it's not something major because that thing has been visiting the engine guy lately just too much. It has. And, I mean, he taught me a lot about these Hemis and the springs, and he's got one of the best Pro Mod drivers in the country rebuilding the motors back there. Al Billis being the engine builder. Tony Johnson on a buy run going for lane choice. Oh, mercy me.
177 miles per hour. Tony Johnson getting it done.
That could be a lane choice number right there. That'll put a gauntlet on everyone to try to run some stout numbers.
That's his best time.
So Johnson in that left lane liking it up. And here comes the next two to the starting line, out of the water box area.
I believe that's the best run for Tony Johnson in his career. 4:30. Well, you need Outlaw Radio.
So with that, and they will push him back to the water. Candidio Sanchez.
Radio, we need you.
Bill Futch down there. Good to see him. I said as I saw him standing there helping out. He sold both cars, the Chevrolet Corvette. He sold this car, and these guys are loving life right here. They're driving the wheels off this thing.
Outlaw Radial, you have got to get to staging. Outlaw Radial, you have got to get to staging, guys. X275. We've got one more pair of Outlaw Radial, and then we're putting them in the beams. If you're not here, you miss it.
Yeah.
X275, you need to be here.
Outlaw Radial had about 10 or 15 calls. Let's do it.
Second chance race for X275. First call. Second chance race for X275. X275. Third call. Bring them up here, guys.
How about it, Mark Carger coming up out of Coral Springs, Florida. 66 Chevy 2. He's fully staged. Candidio goes right in and says, I'll battle you. It's Candidio right here. Whoa, hang on to it. He's done. I don't know if he went on the center line or not, but, man, it looked close. And Kiger got him, man. 479 for Kiger, 132. The little purple passion, man. I told you what, I saw that thing on Facebook, and I said, that is simply gorgeous. Well, it sure is. And now Mark Kiger's going on, the 66 Chevy 2.
He was in that left-hand lane. The other car coming towards him, he wasn't even scared. He stayed in it.
Well, Candidio Sanchez, he was going after it. He says, I ain't going to lose this thing. Especially, look at the reaction times, 2:34. Candidio was way out there, had problems strangling that thing to stay away from the center line. 116 to 139. He was probably not even seeing purple until he got down there and got a whole can of it. And it was called the Purple Crush, baby, because he got around him and said, good night. 499, 479 quicker, 132. Moves on, the number 19 qualifier. Candidio Sanchez goes to the trailer. All right, yeah, well, this is going to be the race of watching lane choice happen here. Can Lynch go down there? Now, Lynch is going to play it smart. I talked to him and said, hey, you don't go up there and beat it up. You don't try to go. He goes, there's a ton in this thing left, though. So if I really needed to put some power to this thing, believe me, you'd see teens all over this place.
Tim Lynch been around in the Outlaw 10-5 game for a while. Used to drive an old Mustang. Now he decided to get smarter and bring out the Chevrolet power and setting records.
Remember that old green scallop?
Mark Kiger, go to the scales, please. Mark Kiger, go to the scales, please. We need you at the scales. Mark Kiger, we need you at the scales. Take your car with you.
That's right, Mark Kiger. You need to weigh that Purple Nova, please. Go to the scale. Here is Marino, Jimmy Marino. What are you thinking? You're sitting there in that beautiful Pro Mod style 10.5-inch tired Chevrolet Camaro. You're purging. You got Nelson power. And I mean the last 3 years, Chris Nelson has figured out these big cubic inch bore motors. 632 cubic inches. There's a nitrous oxide being fed to the cylinders now, trying to wake it up. You're number 9 at 4.36 seconds. And if you're watching qualifying, you're saying, wow, I'm better than a 10th out of this thing. I'm about 1,400ths out of the game. Do I have a tune-up for that? Well, right now the conditions would say you sure do. All right, second chance, 275 cars. ATF, second chance, 275 cars to the lanes now. There they are, sitting in the left side.
X275.
They are ready to make it happen.
X275, final call, X275. Final call. We need you in the lanes, guys.
Look at this burn down.
We need you in the lane so we can get this race.
Look at the burn down there, man. They are not going in. Marino's going to put the pressure on that turbo car. He's got 10, 9, 8. He's in. He's ready. Lights are down. Tim Lynch does his job. Now it's time to get out front. Does he? Look at a Proline car. How about a 423? He's left the tune-up in it all afternoon. Wow. 185 miles per hour. Catch the 60-foot of the Nelson-powered machine. A 101 60-footer, man. They had Lynch over there at 60 feet. Lynch goes 112, 101, 282, 291 at 330. Man, that thing took the Lynch Proline Chevrolet to the stripe to get around him.
According to the numbers. Do we need this?
All right, so Outlaw 10-5. The round girls down there telling us Outlaw Radial is coming next. And Chad, we have seen some phenomenal racing here so far. And to watch that race the way it went, you look at him, he had 330 at about 400 or 500 feet. Lynch started pouring the coals to it. The Proline car came around, got the victory. Round girls make their way out, and we go right to Outlaw 10-5 action, I believe. No? We just saw that, Outlaw Radial action. Looking through the windows, there's some more Ford action coming in. Who do we got to race? Is that Pierre?
Joe Brickhouse.
Oh, look at the burnout, Chad. Look at Joel Greathouse.
Smoky burnout. Coming up, the Outlaw. All right, folks, coming up here for the Holly, NOS, and Monty Smith sponsored Outlaw Radial. First up, getting the competition by Robert Culver out of Huntsville, Alabama, in the 98 Ford Mustang, 572 cubic inch big block Chevrolet.
All right, so Culver, Robert Culver, number 3, not making it. The man, Kevin Mullins. The Kevin Mullins not making a call. Oh, man.
Oh, and he's...
Uh-oh. Steering wheel looks like it may have ripped off.
He's still late. If he puts it back on and goes, he's good.
Yeah. He's good anyway.
Yeah, so he wanted to.
Took the light to stop.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do is take the light.
Take the light, and you're looking like you're going to have yourself the next round. Good luck. Get that steering wheel strapped on. Might want to get a chain link fence around that thing.
Man, that's got to be scary. Glad he stopped it before he did.
What do you got down there, Donald? We're looking through the windows.
Second chance, X2.
So listen up.
Call. Second
listen
chance.
up.
Second chance, X275, final call. Second chance, X275, final call.
Leaf spring to the lanes. Leaf spring to the lanes. We need performance transmission. Cap locks down to oil, dried bag company to the lanes. Leaf spring to the lanes, please.
Coming up here in the left-hand lane in Outlaw Radial, we got Randy Westmoreland out of Sherwood, Arkansas in the 2000 Mustang, 509 Big Block Chevrolet. Right-hand lane in the John Kalivas car, we got Joel Greathouse out of Oakland, Kentucky in the 95 Mustang. Pulling in those pre-stage beams, spooling it up. They're in the stage beams, lights are down.
Oh, look it, look it, look it, wow!
Greathouse 52.
Wow, look at Joe Greathouse. Go get it, Carl. It was all yours, man. Get on it.
452 in the right-hand lane for Joel Greathouse. Best run of the weekend, 170 miles per hour.
Man, you're not kidding. You know, 172.6, 457. Westmoreland tried to bang with him. You can see it at 60 foot, identical mile per hour. 170.26 on a mile per hour. Brings up the next two. Here is Will Stevenson. Where's Pooch when you need him? Out of Gainesville, Florida, the 04 Chevrolet Camaro. Your number one qualifier. Who do you got in the right lane?
Right lane we got coming up, we got Robbie Montgomery in the 2000 Camaro. 427 small block. Can't see nothing. Yeah. Some wipers, some bug spray.
Building up the boost right there. Oh, look at this, Montgomery. Look at the wheel stand.
Bumper.
Look at it. I'm sorry about that, Chad. I know it's your first day on a job, but I didn't mean to pull your tongue out. Unreal. Will Stevenson and that wheel stand. Stevenson, right? How about, yeah, just what Pooch said. Stevenson. Woo!
Did you see that? See the wheel stand in the right-hand lane?
It was incredible.
He was dragging the bumper.
He is. He had it going on, man. I'm telling you, we got two more bad to the bone drivers, and this is the one.
Has he raced double duty with that car over there?
Yeah.
With that big Bolton motor?
Radio versus the world, and
That's right there. Wow. Double duty. Brian McGee down there out of South Carolina. The Fulton motor has been doing him good tonight. Number two qualifier, 455, 456, 457. Look at that numbers.
I think this car might be consistent.
And you know what's cool about it? He did it in the reverse order of that. He went 57, 56, 55 to get quick. And he has been quick with it, man. Good luck to him. And the sleeper has to be number 7. Hasn't he been the sleeper kind of? I mean, you look where he was at 470s, 460s, and he's been whipping up on everybody so far.
Yeah, coming up in the right-hand lane, we got Scott Husted with the 93 Mustang, 598 cubic inch big block. Ultimate Street and Leaf Spring, we need you to the lanes. Ultimate Street and Leaf Spring, we need you to the lanes. Billet Atomizer Injectors, Media 1, Ultimate Street, we need you in the lanes. Here we go, racing. Left-hand lane, poking the wheels.
Carl, stay with it, man. That was a good drag race. They were both going back and forth. Look at that. Down there in the top end, win like goes to Husted again, 462.
Right-hand lane with the reaction time. Left-hand lane has the 60 and had a 330.
Here comes one of my favorites.
Oh. Man, this right here is a beautiful car. We're in the left-hand lane.
At least we can see the color of the one that's rolling up to the foggy windows up here.
That car is bright over here in the right-hand lane. Terry Elam out of Prosperity, South Carolina in the 03 Cobra. Number 2 qualifier in the right-hand lane. Who we got in the left-hand lane over there, Al?
Oh, over in the left-hand lane, Charlie Johnson out of Grand Ridge, Florida. The Ducky Johnson House Movers car. Number 10 qualifier. Hey, whatever happened to Fredis?
Alex Vretos from up north. Alex Vretos from up north. He had a wreck earlier this season. I don't know if they've got the car back together or not, but he's just about back together, and he will be a strong hitter for Team North once he gets back.
I was just saying, man, I think of it every time I see the yellow cars come up to the line. Where's that kid rolling out of? So Terry Elam, yeah, we got one free shirt left to give away.
Number 2 qualifier, now the world's fastest small block turbo entry in X275. Terry Elam coming up on the right-hand side.
So Elam, ready. South Carolina in the house. Florida in the house in the left lane. Johnson. The Gray Ghost. Look at him go. Who's going in? It looks like...
Have my windshield wiper out here. Have the best man in racing right here, Chad Wright, cleaning off our windows so we can see out of the tower. Here we go, Charlie Johnson, Terry Elam, the starter, motion them in, says, get them in, boys. Enough of these head games. Let's get it going, old Pro Stock 70 style. Check it out, guys. Big staging duel. Who moves it in? Donald Long says, put them in the beams, boys. Elam says, I'm not scared. Let's roll. Johnson. Look at Elam build the boost in the turbo car. Here we go, guys. Tree falls. Look at the whole shot for the nitrous car. Who gets it? Elam comes around him on the top end. Needed every bit of it. 478, 154. Johnson was 20 on the tree to Elam's 71. Load up lanes 1 and 2. Load up lanes 1 and 2. Load up lanes 1 and 2. Here we go. Second pair out. Second pair out in the quick 8. Left in X275. Dustin Mewborn. Dustin Mewborn out of Lexington, Alabama. Left-hand side of the racetrack. Bennett horsepower under the hood. Who we got in the right lane there, Tooch? So here we go, Jeff Reed coming up right-hand side, Dustin Mewborn left lane. Here we go, guys, 2 turbo cars, Alabama versus Mississippi, Mewborn and Reed. Here we go, guys. Look at this, side by side, going down the 8th mile. Who gets it done? Mewborn takes it. Check it out. Got the reaction time advantage, runs 4 little numbers better. Mewborn, Lexington, Alabama's own, takes the win over Jeff Reed.
Johnson out of Waynesville, Ohio. The 89 Mustang, he's getting the burnout. He's down there. The crew's trying to pull him in. I call it this over there. Persian, nitrous oxide. Chad, they are getting ready for that. Saying anything, buddy.
The 69 Camaro over here in the left-hand lane, owned by Kyle Uchel.
Over the window.
Mine is.
Check, check, check. Hello.
Oh, Jeff Lutz, man. The stinger.
Man,
How
what a
about
fast one right
Texas?
there.
How about it, Texas? Let me hear you in the state of Texas. 476, 150 miles per hour. Jason out of Cypress, Texas is eating this place up. And look at the name under it.
I mean it.
Be safe, be nice. Hey, be safe, be nice. Don't put nobody on the bus. Isn't that right? That's the motto. That's right.
How do you see her last thing again?
Tyler.
Tyler, right?
Tyler Cross Snowman, it's been a treat. Tyler's got to head out and get back to high school or something, right? College?
Got to go to college.
What
8
are you
o'clock
doing?
class
What are
in
you
the morning.
studying?
Business, studying business.
No kidding. You're gonna be very successful. It's
Thank you,
great
Al.
working with you, man.
Thank you,
It
Al.
was. I mean that. I had a blast.
It's been a blast. I hate I've got to leave. Everybody stay safe out here, guys. Lay down the numbers. Let me get one last pair.
Walk the car. Walk your lane. Walk your lane.
Jeremy Fowler, a.k.a. Max Ryder, and Rich Bruder. Mustang Mike came up here and said Bruder is going after it. Some hatred right here on the starting line. Fowler and Bruder, here we go. Look here, boys. Who we got? Bruder gets there for 66, 156. Margin of victory, 1/10 of a second. Max Ryder, 476. Not a slouch in the small block car. The 60-foot for the F1X Pro Charger car says it all. 117.
How about that, man? That's what it's all about right there. Tyler, rock on, kid. I mean that. Do it. There he goes, making his way out, and what a treat to work with that young guy. All right, with that, we got more action. Moreland out of our water box area. Here's Kevin Fiskus, his 96 Ford. You can see him in the right side. Look at this. Look at the humidity and the dew working up there on the back windows. That's telling me you got to really beat the lanes when we call you, because if you're starting to see it on the car, you know what happens. Mother Nature just puts it wherever she wants.
Look at that purge over in the left-hand lane for Eric Hemward. Looks like it's going 40, 50 feet up in the air. Man, the humidity is heavy.
You're not kidding. Look at that humidity. That's what that is all over the windows down there. Thank you to Tyler, man. Tyler's rocking us out, cleaning us up. Maybe we get a long arm squeegee or something. Right side, Eric Kenward still in it. TRZ out of Florida, as he will be over there in the left lane in the little Mustang. You know the big wagon's getting a workover. You know that, don't you? The little green wagon, the Malibu wagon.
Yeah, that's a wheelie monster there. And they're in the beams.
Oh, look at this. Good race.
Right-hand lane, Kevin Fiskus taking it with a 492, 146 miles per hour.
Where did that come from, huh? Fiskus goes out there, goes 492, gets around 05 on the tree. It was an 083, so he had him covered. And 1203 and a 60-foot. That thing was motivating at 330 feet. So 492, 146. Kevin Fiskus moves on out of Jacksonville, Florida. Right side. Who do you got coming up? We hit the buttons and we'll tell them.
We got Mike Orban coming out of Santa Maria, California, in the 68 Camaro, 525 cubic inch big block Chevrolet.
Oh, I got to like Barry Mitchell's case here out of Davidson, North Carolina, the 89 Mustang. Is that the white one?
Yes, it is. The Applied Nitrous.
That is nitrous, applied nitrous technology. Jeff Brock, Deidre Brock down there in Tennessee. There's the purge. You know, he's had a buy run a few times, so I wonder what he's thinking here. He's got to get out and get the job done. Number 37, number 27, and they're going to shut him down for a second for some apparent reason. So as they push back, and Tim Rigby down there out of California. Look at all the Cali guys are staying out. They're up late, man. It's early back home, but they're up late.
It's still early for them, Al. It's 5:30 at home.
They're like raccoons right now. They're out digging in garbage cans. You know what I'm saying? Nocturnal. Look at them. Hey, you got a squeegee I can borrow? Looking through there. It's going to be a good battle right here if you're sitting at home listening. You've got the Ford and the Chevrolet. Beautiful Chevrolet out of California, by the way. That thing is flat out gorgeous.
Yeah, Al, we got to definitely give a big thanks to the California guys making the long trip way out here. PTC, Radio versus the World, we need you to the lanes. PTC, Radio versus the World, we need you to the lanes. First call, PTC, Radio versus the World, we need you to the lanes. Lee Spring, we need you loaded up. Lee Spring, load up in the lanes. Lee Spring, we need you in your cars, belted down and clothed and ready to go.
California in the house, baby. 5.006, 528 in the left lane. The Cali boys on their game right there. They came for business. They didn't come just to have the pecans, the peanuts that are boiled, and all the great stuff that they serve up here for food. These guys came here and they brought more than their share of the California Bear. What?
Coming up in the left-hand lane, we got Jason Brock. Right-hand lane, we got Tommy O'Donnell. Yes. Do what? PTC, Radio versus the World, we need you in the lanes. PTC, Radio versus the World, we need you in the lanes. 470, we need you in the lanes. 470, we need you in the lanes. PTC, Radio versus the World, we need you in the lanes. PTC, Radio versus the World, we need you in the lanes. 470, we need you in the lanes. Yeah, there ain't one for it. Here we go. Back up.
Oh, man, there we got the screen back. Jason Brock now to left lane. Number 10 qualifier. Tommy O'Donnell.
Oh, and it goes red.
Big red. And I'm not talking about Juicy Fruits gum. Man, did he go red. Benbrook, Texas. Tommy O'Donnell. 513. He'll take it any day of the week. 136 miles per hour. So X275, Dale Handy out of North Carolina will be in the right lane. Your number 13 qualifier. How about Tootin?
Tootin coming up over in the left-hand lane out of Lexington, South Carolina in the 91 Mustang. Part of the BMF crew over here in the left lane.
Yeah, for you sitting at home, ATF Second Chance X275 race brought to you by ATF Transmission Parts and Pieces, and guys and gals that have really brought us to a different level of drag racing. And Dale Handy, you can remember that way back yonder
Yeah, look at these guys that are coming up there. It's pretty close. Pretty close in the qualifying. Left-hand lane went a 499 in qualifying. Right-hand lane 504 in qualifying. Just 500ths off. This should be a side-by-side race. Handy pulling into the beams. Staged up. Handy goes red, dragging the bumper. Tootin going a 491. 149 miles an hour. The best run for Tootin for the weekend. Yeah, I know. I just called Radio versus the World and 470 just now. Dragging the bumper on the left-hand lane.
Dragging the bumper. He just dragged the cat's ass out of that thing. My gosh, that thing was up in the air. Larry Murkey, Cooler, Georgia. That had to be a scary ride. Up once, up twice, hanging onto it, and gives it away over there to Drakeford. And Drakeford did a good driving job. So the Clearwater Floridian really takes it 525 with a 6 at 137 miles per hour.
Yeah, Lee sprang him up. Yep. Yep, Lee. Let's see what we got here. Coming up, Performance Transmissions and Caps Locks Oil Company, Lee Spring class to the line. He was asking, was Outlaw X up here yet?
Dragging a bumper, he just dragged the cat's ass.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I've heard Outlaw X. It's like all the way. I'm in the middle of this.
Hey, reiterate, index guys stand by.
Listen up, all index guys, stand by. All index racers, stand by, please. All index racers, stand by. Larry Murkey went down.
PTC Radio versus the World, we need you in the lanes. PTC Radio versus the World, we need you in the lanes. 470, we need you in the lanes. 470, we need you in the lanes. Coming up over in the left-hand lane now, we got Jamie Otts out of Bahia, Mississippi in the 67 Camaro. Right-hand lane, who we got? Ray Lanier out of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. 87 Blazer.
Outlaw 275 final call. Outlaw 275 final call. Here we go. Lee Springs, the Blazer. Look at the Blazer. Look at the Blazer trying to hang on with that Camaro down on the top end. Wow, 490.
Wow.
147 miles per hour. Go ahead, bring it in there, Carl.
Man, 490 on the Lee Springs and the 275 radials. 147 miles an hour. Man, they are moving in this class.
That is a long time. Carl is so happy right now, aren't you? Go by Carl, all right? Chad?
Carlton was the guy that was up here from the sheriff's office.
Look at that nitrous purge. Look at that thing, man. That is hung wide open over there. Tell me there's no humidity in the air, huh? No moisture coming out of that bottle. Jamie Otts.
All kinds of moisture.
Out of Mississippi. Look at that. What do they got in there, Oscar? How much?
I have no idea.
Too much, right? Too much, obviously.
Got it.
Jason Richards out of Gastonia, North Carolina, 68 Chevrolet. Oh, look at that. Right lane, Parker, Colorado. The shift light. Boom! The flame of flash.
485 for Jason Richards coming out of Gastonia, North Carolina. 153.2 miles an hour.
How about that? You know what I mean? Picking the faves right there. Go get him, Jason. I'm with you, man. That was a good drag race. 498, 485. He darn beat him up so bad. You're going to have 2 black eyes out of that one. Next 2 coming to the line. Here comes John Warren in the right side. Out of the Shelbyville, I believe. Well, I don't want to say the town wrong, but I know he's from Kentucky over there. Right, who's in the left lane? What car do you got over there?
We got David Boger over in the left-hand lane. Big cubic inch Chevrolet.
So Boger.
Hey, play it.
Clear the board. Wait.
This thing's not working.
Oh, thank you. David Boger in the left lane, John Warren in the right lane. Chevrolet Nova on a mission. John Warren wanting to go so bad to the next round. Boger, can that big 600-plus cubic inch Chevrolet try to put a handle on it? Boger goes to the lights. John Warren says, hey, I'll be the gentleman. He's into the first beam right there in the left. There, the end. John Warren makes a move off the starting line. He's got a hole shot, and can he get him in the top end? He does.
Yes, he does.
499, 132 miles per hour. John Warren, this guy cannot be stopped right now. He has just been flat out good. Driving that car, hole shots. He's got everything going his way. The Kentuckian down there, and all those guys. Look at the happiness. His father down there is just pumped up. His dad gives a thumbs up each and every time. I can see it pops through the window. It's fogged up here, but Warren, man, that kid is just going. He must have had something that Andy drinks.
Got John McDonough coming up in the left-hand lane, and Brian Morrow in the right-hand lane.
What's Brian Morrow driving, a Camaro?
Yes, sir. It's a 79 Camaro, looks like, with the zoomies out the side.
Is that thing cool?
Big power.
That thing's out of Florida, right? That is a bad to-the-bone car right there on the right side. So Morrow, who's had the lane, I believe he's in the right lane, right? Yep, he's had that lane. Brian Morrow's had that lane. Oh, and he gets another win. Look at the wheel stay on the left side. Man, that is enough to knock the shocks right out of the struts right there for McDonough. And the number 8 qualifier goes 003 red. You know what that's like doing, don't you? It's like going through the whole forehead sweat and getting right down to it, and you're like, oh, man, I got to go home.
You know. You tell what's all about. Oh, remember being a kid and getting all worked up?
Oh, 003 red. How about it? Chris Lancaster. Hate to see that. And Lancaster out of Georgia, 66 Mustang.
Watch it.
Yeah, I've been calling them for a while now. PTC Radio versus the World. We need you in the lanes now. PTC Radio versus the World. We need you in the lanes now. 470. We need you in the lanes now. 470. Need you in the lanes now. And who we need to have on standby?
So with that, you'll get Chris Lancaster out of Georgia. Is it Bon Air, Georgia, I believe? Bon Air, Georgia, in the 66 Mustang. In the left lane, in the right lane. Oh, man, if I tell you what, if that could cut through ice right there, we'd be in the North Pole right now. It's Curtis Henry. It is Henry, right, Carl? Chad?
Curtis Henry coming in the right-hand lane out of Decatur, Alabama, in the 85 Mustang, 437 cubic inch. I don't know. Oh, in the right-hand lane, spins left-hand lane on the bumper and spinning as well. 524. 135 miles an hour.
So brought to you by Billy Atomizer, Injectors, and Media One. Glad to see there's still a cameraman out there, a camera woman. Someone's taking pictures.
Damon's still here.
Outlaw 275 to the lanes. Outlaw 275 to the lanes. Outlaw 275. Get to the lanes ASAP. Got a lot of bling and a lot of sing down there in the starting line area, and a lot of trophies and goodies to give away. Right now they're going to back up Ricky Pennington, mega time champion in 6070, and whatever it be, this guy definitely knows how to drive it out of Alabama, the 69 Chevy.
Very beautiful car within the left-hand lane now. Right-hand lane, we got Ronnie Danger Wilson out of Coral Springs, Florida, in the 2000 Mustang. UPS just showed up. We got another package at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, man, oh, man. So, Ultimate Streeters right here, Ricky Pennington. Watch this guy on the lights.
048 for the left-hand lane now.
Good night.
Win for Ricky Pennington. 5:36, 130 miles an hour. Oh, yeah, man. Thanks. Jeff Reed, we need you in the tower as soon as possible. Jeff Reed, need you in the tower as soon as possible. Next up into the water box in the Ultimate Street, we got Robert Rogers in the left-hand lane. Right-hand lane, we got Robert Hollingsworth coming up in the Camaro.
470 guys back there in the back of the lanes. I need you to clear the path. 470 cars back there at the corner. I need you to clear so we can get these other classes up here. Please leave room. My Outlaw 275 guys and my Radio versus the World. I need them.
Come up in the left-hand lane now. We got Robert Rogers in the Mustang, #1 qualifier, running into the low 5.0s this weekend. Right-hand lane in the Camaro, we got Robert Hollingsworth with the Monty Smith tune on it.
Tuned by Eric Kenworth, right?
Eric Kenworth is doing the tune in the left-hand lane. Oh, and he spins left-hand lane, sticking with it.
Sticking with what?
510, 140 miles an hour on the old school Mickey Tossin 275s.
So Hollingsworth over there giving a lot away right there out of Paris, Tennessee. So the next two getting up and getting down. I wish I could tell you who it was coming up here. I'm looking through frosted windows. And as soon as they get up on that light. Hooky Hooks in the left lane. Don Romana in the right lane. Don Romana down there. His little Mustang been running good all afternoon. No, it'll do. Don LaManna, here we go, Hudson, Florida, lights are in. Oh, and a pop over there for Hooky Hooks. He puts it in the books. LaManna is going to go down there and say, hey, tangle with this, you're tangling with too much. 537 on the right side, 132 miles per hour. It looks like the man who out-qualified him at number 18. Oh, it's always good after the second night, man. It is. And Lyle is up here just having such a great weekend. You know, he tried to... Lyle, love it. See?
Whoever that is. All right, now coming up in the right-hand lane, we got John Calevis out of Ashland, Mississippi. 95 Mustang. Left-hand lane coming up, we got Marty Stinnett out of Colorado, Kentucky, in the 96 Cobra. Pair of Mustangs on the line here. Precision Turbo, McFab, Outlaw 275. Getting ready to duel it out down here in South Georgia.
You already called him? I'll stay out of your game then, buddy. Bring it on. Here we go. John Calevis driving. Got the little white car.
Yes, sir. Coming out of Mississippi. Right-hand lane. Building the booths. They're staged up. Going into the Wolves. Lights are down. Oh, man, they're side by side. Left-hand lane taking it. 448. Marty Stinnett.
Out of anywhere. Number 9 qualifier.
New world record here in South Georgia. Man, look at the numbers, folks. 448. 168.6 miles per hour. World record sit here again in South Georgia.
Another new national record. Check that out. 168 miles per hour. Can't believe it, man. Yeah, he did the job. Everybody went off the street 021 and covered. Got down there and he said, "Oh my gosh, he had nothing but Stinnett coming by him right there at 63." He had 5 on the 330, so it looked like Cleveland set his tune up at the Ashland Mississippi-based green. Just didn't have enough steam to get around. The number 1 qualifier goes to the trailer early. You hate to do that when you get down the ladder rounds.
And the number 9 qualifier setting the record here. Yeah.
So Stinnett resetting the record that he set at a 50 flat earlier, showing these guys, hey, it's like he waited. You know, it's almost like he waited all day. Number 6 said, hey, I'm going to pour it on. You know, I'm here at No Mercy 3. Donald Long's race, the Duck Productions, Duck X Productions, Lanco Land over there selling T-shirts. Everybody, there's a great deal. I don't know if they're still open, but he had the best deals down there in T-shirts. Get yourself something from Lanco Gym and Lanco Land and enjoy. Mickey Thompson's still up there with the trailer open.
Setting records.
Is Tommy still here?
I think Biscuit is still here. I hope he is here seeing these records reset on these little 275 street tires. $750 to the lanes. This is your first call. $750 to the lanes. This is your first call. We need you as soon as possible. $750 to the lanes.
All right, so the booth's coming up. Left lane fully staged. Right side. Who do you have in the right lane, guys?
Right-hand lane, we got Andrew Surratt. Left-hand lane, we got the Kevin Mullins.
Well, Kevin, The Kevin Mullins takes the win on a red light. Red light over in the right side, making a move down there in the right lane, gives the Kevin Mullins the lead and the win. So Kevin just goes down there taking his time. Here's Todd Moyer, Turbo Todd Moyer, out of Pasadena, Texas, in the right lane. Rolling up in that silver, one-time owned Joe Greenhouse Ford Mustang. This one time was the world record holding car. Todd Moyer, better known as Turbo Twister, knows how to get it done. Is the 88 model Mustang, has 434 cubic inches, set number 5 in qualifying. 4.68 seconds. What do you got on the left side?
Left-hand lane, we got Paul Naquin coming out of Pascagoula, Mississippi. 2000 Mustang, another 434. Qualified number 4. These guys have been running side by side all weekend. All right, coming up into the beams, guys. Got them both staged now.
Look at Moyer leave on a hole shot, wheels in the air. Man, the kid from Pascagoula may have it. No! Look at that. I thought he may have had him with the wheel stand. I'm looking through a frosted window. Moyer stayed with it. 72, a hole shot victory. That's what I was talking about. 4.70 seconds. When you see that kind of car making a move at that time of night, you're wondering what the driver's thinking. Well, Todd Moyer never thought nothing but win.
$750, we need you to the lanes. $750 index, we need you to the lanes. This is your second call. $750 index, we need you to the lanes as soon as possible. $650, we need you to the lanes. $650, we need you to the lanes. $650, we need you to the lanes.
Radial Tires versus the World. Suit up.
Coming up here in the left-hand lane, we got Bill Hines. Oh, look at the wheelie on the right-hand lane for Owenby. Left-hand lane takes it 464, 165 miles an hour for Phil Hines in the 01 Mustang. We got Scott Houston coming up.
Look at the nitrous. Watch these purges. We got a double. Where's the single? We'll have a double, and then we'll have a single come up out of this thing. Who's he got in the right lane?
Right-hand lane, we got Scott Houston in the Mustang.
Me too. Man, it goes back to the old school stuff right there. Nitrous oxide. Hutel out of Florida. They've given the weight break. There's the purges. Look at this thing. He purges left, right, double, single, and then he gets everything right where he wants it. Houston is going to have to be right, I mean perfect, if he's going to get around the Chevrolet Camaro.
You got that right, Al. Over in the left-hand lane, you got the bad Niner in the Camaro. Right-hand lane out of Newport Richey, Florida, 93 Mustang. Look at Hutel with the flames pouring out of the car in the left-hand lane. 432, 174 miles an hour. Hutel taking it to the house again, 432.
Listen up. If you have any money coming out from payouts, you need to be up here in the top of the tower collecting. If you just went out in a few rounds and you think you got the money coming out, you come up to the top of the tower to get a payout. We're not going to wait on you, so come back. Get paid out at the top of the tower if you've got money coming. Here's Brian McGee, and I love this little Ford, the black Ford Mustang in the left lane out of South Carolina. This one really trips my trigger to watch down there. When he comes through and sometimes has that wheel snapping up in the air, that is a treat to watch. Number 5 in qualifying, who's he have in the right lane?
Right-hand lane, number 4 qualifier, Josh Kluger in the 002 Mustang, Jacksonville, Florida. Here they go into the beams, Al, building the boost. Reaction going to the right-hand lane. Oh, and he pulls it out in the left-hand lane, 450, 165 miles an hour for Brian McGee.
So with that, Brian McGee has now put the Fulton name on the books again. He's told Fulton that you build me the power and I'll show him how it's utilized down here at the No Mercy 3 drag race. So now they're backing up and...
left-hand lane, we got Frank Soldiers coming up over there.
Hey, do we have a...
Right-hand lane over here in the Corvette, we got Mark Woodruff. Here they go, building the boost, pulling into the beams. Oh, look at the wheel sand, the power coming in. And the wind going to Frank Soldier, 438, 182 miles an hour. That car has been consistent this weekend. 438 earlier in the qualifying, 438 just that round. He's been a string of low 40s as well, Al.
Chad, you can have that. I'm taking the vet. That car is bad to the bone, man. It's all tucked in, tight and neat. 456 Woodruff, out of Arnold, Missouri. Thanks for building such a cool car. May not be going any more laps tonight, but that number 10 qualifier sure shook the world here in Georgia. Number 2 qualifier, Soldridge, will go as he has replaced the number 1 guy as being on the top of that ladder. That is the man that is marching on. Speaking of marching on, here comes the G-Body Cutlass. Kevin Neal in the left lane. Tay in the wind down there. You'll see there he is. How about it, Tay? You ready for another round? Who do they got on this side? Oh, look at this. Swap the lanes. Swap the lanes.
Coming up in the right-hand lane, we got John Kalivas.
All right, Kevin Neal, the Oldsmobile. John Kalivas getting the wind light. Man, the Olds goes red. 002 red light. Double 002 red light right there. You're seeing some numbers. He says you're seeing some nitrous cars. He's saying, leave it alone. Give it time to breathe and everybody to just, you know what I mean? Get bumper to bumper on this deal and start moving up.
Absolutely. We saw some guys make some great strides this weekend. A couple nitrous small block cars in the 470 zone, small block turbos, finally dipped into the 60s. I think it's just an outstanding testament to our racers in the class and the tuners on these cars, Mickey Thompson tires, and everything that goes along with that that makes X275 what it is today.
Awesome deal. I mean, the apparel booth, you got to thank your wife. You got to thank whoever's doing all that hard work. I thank you all. It is. I've done it each and every year. It's phenomenal to see what you guys have created and how you made it work out. And to get together with Duck and put this stuff together, my gosh, where's it going to end?
Absolutely. I don't see an end in sight. I got some great support between Jeff and my wife with all this stuff, and I think we're going to continue in the future. And I really appreciate being up here, Al.
Thank you very much, John Sears, his lovely wife. Come on, you want to do
my
an
lovely wife, Laura.
Laura. She just fixed my cross necklace. I thank her for that. She got right down in there and she said, man.
Did she say manries?
She said mammaries. She said, boy, there's muscle under them still. All right, we're going right back into the Outlaw 10-5 racing. Get back down with it. How about it? Tony, is that his share? Yeah, oh, look at, yeah, come here, Wade. Wade.
All right, I'm here. How about a Orska flashback? Tim Lynch over in the left lane, Tony Johnson in the right. These two probably run each other a couple hundred times. Not sure the official tally, but I'm betting on the twin turbo that has the most wins.
You can bet on that twin turbo.
Tony's been looking good, though, this weekend.
Not going to be a gimme here for Lynch.
No. What, 430, a career best last time for Tony Johnson. Conyers, Georgia, the big blown Hemi. Oh, hole shot Johnson. Does he have it? No, he's eating it up at the other end. 421 beats a piston eating 434.
Would you look at that at 330 feet?
Wow. Al Tony has struggled all weekend long, but he made it this far.
That was incredible right there. Tony Johnson, 079, 130. So you know that Lynch took it easy, took a breather, and he said, hey, I'm not going red on this deal. I'm going to stay with it. Tony Johnson made him earn it, and then Johnson faded away. The supercharged entry didn't want any part of it. That was a visit not only to the doctor to see your checkup, that was the piston goddess right there. He was blowing aluminum all over this place. I don't know if you've ever blown aluminum, but I'm telling you what, it's not fun.
All right, TCI and Fast X275, we need you to the lanes. TCI and Fast X275, we need you to the lanes.
Here comes Big Smiley. Smiley, Cordero over here out of San Antonio, Texas, smiled after he took out the #1 Playa. And Luger got back into it. Kiger got back into it. Kiger's trying to hang with him. And Kiger, who was eliminated and then reinstated, takes a win. Don Bailey down there working out with Team Kiger. And it's unreal. He's gone down there, probably shot around on the computer at 5.7 with a 4 in the front of it, 171 miles per hour. Smiley, well, he's got a little bit of a frown. Nothing to be ashamed of, though. This race, two big beasts, being 26. Here's your #1 hitter right here as we move right into Outlaw Radial, Carl. Chad.
Right here in the right-hand lane, we got Will Stevenson. As Pooh says, Stevenson.
And then it gives the woo.
Florida.
Where's the woo? Woo! So the woo and Joe Greathouse over there out of Oakland, Kentucky, is 95 Mustang, belonging to John Kalivas, doing the driving this weekend. They've swapped up cars, changing things up. They like the big box on this deal. Watch this as he comes in. Stevenson, #1 qualifier. Joe Greathouse doesn't care if you qualified 32. He knows he's right here in the semis. As he gets ready to roll this baby to bring it to life. John Kalivas down there hanging out. Probably this can be a phenomenal race. Stevenson knows it. The Gainesville Floridian. Into the top light. Greathouse flicking it on. Boom, he's in. Stevenson down on the green. Look at Joe Greathouse. Look at Joe trying, not enough. 449, Stevenson 166. New personal best for John Stevenson, or Will, excuse me. John Sears telling me that it was a new personal best. And that means that number 1 qualifier is getting faster and faster.
All right, next on the Performance Transmissions and Caps Lock Oil Company Leaf Spring Shootout. Leaf Spring Shootout, I need you to the lanes. Billet Atomizer Injectors and Media 1 Ultimate Street, need you to the lanes. Leaf Spring and Ultimate Street, need you to the lanes now. All right, left-hand lane, we got coming up, we got Robert Culver. Right-hand lane, we got Scott Houston.
All right, so Will, personal best. John, where's John Sears? John, what you were talking a little bit about the air, so you're pretty impressed right now with what you're seeing.
Oh, absolutely. With the levels of humidity we're seeing out here, the water grains are so high. It's amazing they're making the power they are.
There you go, with more power, side-by-side race right here, and another win. Scott Husted gets it at 4:58. That guy's been putting strings of those 50s together at 165 miles per hour. And Robert Culver, who musters up at 466 at 160, and the number 3 qualifier, just gets beat by a guy who was down on the list at number 7.
All right, Performance Transmission and Caps Lock Oil Company Leaf Spring Shootout. We need you to the lanes. Leaf Spring Shootout, need you to the lanes. Billet Atomizer Injectors and Media 1 Ultimate Street, need you to the lanes. Ultimate Street, need you to the lanes. Lanes 5 and 6, load up. Lanes 5 and 6, load up. All right, left lane, we got Dustin Mewborn coming in out of Lexington, Alabama. Right-hand lane, we got Terry Elam coming up in the twin turbo Mustang.
All right, well, I'll tell you, it is the Panhandler. You know what they do?
Large frame, 88.
Mike Duffy Race Cars getting it done in the right lane.
Lanes 5 and 6.
Oh, man, you got to bring it. Newborn.
Loaded up.
Newborn and watch Elam. I'm telling you what, you're in for a treat here in the right lane. If they get this thing rocking and rolling, the number 2 qualifier. And a big shout out over there for Hutch Transmissions. He's still in Canada, right? How about the Hutch man? Look at that hole shot.
Woo, left lane taking it. 480 at 151. Dustin Mewborn taking it out of Lexington, Alabama. Right-hand lane.
Look at these guys.
But getting beat on the tree.
Let's play spoons or no spoons. I'll tell you what, Elam. Well, I'm telling you, you're still at home watching. You are in for a treat. There's plenty left here. And all the guys down there are backing up some more quick guys. Here is Rich Bruder, your number 1 qualifier, Pro Charger, Mike Modest down there. He backs him up, the Rich Bruder family, the brothers. One that handles all the fighting, the other one that handles the loving. Believe me, there's a tough one over there. Who's in the left lane, Carl?
Left lane, we got Jason McCauley coming out of Cypress, Texas in the 69. Kyle Huddle Camaro.
So Carl's there. I'm just waiting for him to be quiet a little bit, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the guy from Texas. This car can run the number, man. Number 12. I know he's got the toughest guy in the block, but keep your eye. Texas right now is up in the air. Like I said, standing on their feet, wondering the whole state, wanting to see something happen here. If you're out of New Jersey, you're on the side of Bruder, the East Coast monster, taking on the guys from the west or the south. Here we go. Now he's got the okay. You see Mike Modest doing the crew chief thing, saying, yep, it's time to make this thing rock and roll. I like this car. So the big block nitrous oxide and the small block blower. X275. Hang on. Bruder. Now he says, who's going to go? Are you going to invite yourself? He does. He's into the battle. Nitrous blower. Here we go. Lights are down. Red light starting the left lane. Bruder don't care. It looks like it could be a 62. How about another 66, man? 157 miles per hour. Rich Bruder is on one of the biggest rails of the day. And Chad's trying to remind me of his name over there. Got Dave Kaput in here. Right, Dave? And Dave is one of the tranny guys, the guys who sponsor the Lee Spring. I'm going to just say hi to him real fast if you don't mind. All right, thank you, Chad. Dave, what's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just enjoying the heck out of this weekend. It's been a great weekend. Great weekend.
Got a lot of product going on there. I see it with a lot of the customers out here. This has been one great drag race. Like you heard Mr. Big Man himself, John Sears, say, if you left early, you left too soon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the guys that ducked out of here with the weather, they missed incredible racing. This has been incredible. And the things that happen with the kids and the big wheel race,
phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
Just thank you for sponsoring that, throwing 100 in a kitty. And thanks for being a sponsor for the Lee Spring. And it's coming up, and I mean that. It's nice that you jump in, coming out of the Midwest, building your trans, working for a lot of these guys as they work for you.
No, it's great. It's great to come out here and feel appreciated and appreciate such a great race.
There we go. Thanks to Dave. Thanks to the whole family and everybody made the row from Chicago. What do you got, Chad?
Outlaw 275. We need you to the lanes. Radio versus the world. We need you to the lanes now, guys. Outlaw 275 and Radio versus the world. We need you to the lanes. Outlaw 275 and Radio versus the world. We need you to the lanes. Ultimate Street and Lee Spring, you should be in the lanes. Ultimate Street and Lee Spring, you should be in the lanes. Outlaw 275.
Kevin Fiskus brings
and Radio versus the world should be in the lanes.
From Texas. Looks like Kevin's on the bumper. Carries it out. Nice pass. 5:15 versus 5:74.
Outlaw 275 and Radio versus the world. We need you in the lanes. Outlaw 275 and Radio versus the world. We need you in the lanes. All right, come over in the left-hand lane. We got Brian Tootin coming out of Lexington, South Carolina, in the 91 Mustang getting a bye run. Oh, and he spins it off the line. Eases it down the track, goes to 649.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the right lane, we got Leaf Spring Zoomy. Bring it. Well, I guess in the right lane over here, where's he at? Where's the butt? It's Brian Morrow, the Zoomy man. And Jamie Ott. I was just talking to Jamie. We were just talking about one of our competitors' racing fuel. So, I'm getting on it, Al. I just got my Skrilla. Kevin Neal, the baddest Cutlass driver in the planet, giving us our $400 of Skrilla to go home with gas money. Ott's over here. This is going to be a good one here. These leaf springs, you know, they do that. Ba-dang, they separate. And as I say, this guy's a man after your own heart. Big block F3. And I'm telling you, I think this guy's got 60s in this hot rod over here in the right lane. I think he went a 75 to qualify. So let's see what he can do in this shower air. Oh, it's a wheeler. Look at the left lane get down there. He's by the wall, but here we go. 79 in the right lane. He had him hung out. You see the wheelie in the left lane? Live action.
Outlaw 275. We need you to do the lanes now. Outlaw
right.
275. We need you to do the
Nitro
lanes
banana
now.
in the right lane. We call him broken wheel hanging out. His wheel fell off at the end of the track, fell down, skidded, and now here he is in the semifinals of Leaf Spring. John Warren. Not behind him is Timmy Canarium, engine builder for the Super Cutlass, and also many of these other guys out here. And in the left lane, we got
Outlaw 275. We need you to the lanes. Radio versus the world. PTC. Radio versus the world. We need you to the lanes. Outlaw 275 and PTC. Radio versus the world. We need you to the lanes.
I know there ain't a whole lot of people sitting here left, but John Warren over here in the right lane, Leaf Spring car. All right, this thing here is probably going to rock on down the road to about a 489, and I believe is that Jason, or what's the guy's name in the left lane? Yeah, what else? Yeah, Pat McCrotch in the left-hand lane. That's great. Philip Crevice. Yeah, no kidding. But let's see here. Like I said, these guys, alcoholic, Pat McCrotch, they're both in. Oh, Warren. Oh, it's a heck of a... Oh, death smoke. Oh, no, death smoke at the top end, folks. We better take a little look at that.
Outlaw 275. We need you to the lanes. Radio versus the world. We need you to the lanes. And 470. We need you to the lanes. 470 needs you to the lanes.
We are going to take a look at that. You know who's looking at that right now? Oliver. He's looking at it big right now from the ground up. I'm telling you, that was big. On the bottom, we're going to have to, what do you think? You think we got a reversing big screen here? This ain't Devo. There goes Buster. Watch. This is Dances with Wolves right here. Look at him. He's sliding out there. Taking the wind. He's been stuck in that glue. Your own glue. No, really, it is.
No, I'm telling you what, the boys down here, they always give you the best surface. And I'm telling you, I don't care if it's duck sauce. Yeah, I do, because duck sauce is the best in the world. But I'm telling you, these guys have worked their butts off. Wade was out here this morning drying this thing at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm telling you, they have worked and worked and worked and worked, and this thing here is, this track's off the hook. If we had some air right now, I mean, more records would be falling.
You're not kidding there. I'm telling you, as I look over at Jason, the sincerity in his eyes and the $200 shy from getting home with gas because of the camera flash, things are not rocking his world right now. But it is a big credit to the workers here, each and every one of them at South Georgia Motorsports Park, from the management all the way to the kid that hits the water box. I am telling you, they've been up all night, all morning, doing their thing to give this race to the fans, and I thank each and every one of them. The Wood family, all the way to Wade, all the way to the double Wade, to Jimmy Earnhardt, to everyone. I don't want to forget them all. I don't know their names, but, man, it's awesome to see how hard they work. What do you got?
I need Outlaw 275 to the lanes. Radio versus the world to the lanes. Outlaw 275 and Radio versus the world to the lanes, and 470 to the lanes. Coming up here out of the water box now, we got billet, atomizers, and injectors. Media 1, Ultimate Street.
Hold on a second. Jay in the wind is another thing that she's bringing out of the bush.
Lost my Chucky, you guys! Left lane, we got Robert Rogers. We call him Double R Porn Star in the left lane over there. And he is going to try to slap it down to the beautiful 66 Mustang in the right lane. But I don't know. That car is unbelievably. But this is a bumper car in the left lane. This thing's been on every side of the wall and into the wall, but now he's going to go straight down the pipe. And Rogers gets treed, but he is... Oh, he got so lucky. Woo, 27 in the left lane and a 10 in the right. Left, right. Pike.
I swear, I know where I know him from. Look at him. Everybody look. The balloon game at the carnival. You know, he squirt... He's got, look at number 2, number 3.
Outlaw 275, we need you to the lanes. Outlaw 275, Radio versus the World, we need you to the lanes. Radio versus the World, need you to the lanes. And 470 Index, we need you to the lanes.
Oh. Ricky Pennington right here, Alabama. Big-time champion, LaMotta in the right side. LaMotta going down there and making it happen out of Hudson, Florida. There is the win, though. Pennington, man. Am I not kidding you or what? That guy can drive the car. Pennington just back and forth, keeps coming back to lap after lap, and that's 69.
Right-hand lane out. We got coming up. We got the Kevin Mullins facing Phil Hines in the Pro Cars car over in the left-hand lane.
Yeah, Phil Hines over there, the Pro Charger on board. Phil Hines is being reincarnated, man. I'm telling you. Number 2 qualifier, 462. Been running stout all weekend. I told him to go out there and drive that thing like he did when he won championships back in the NMRA and back in the NMCA. That guy would wheel the deal. So Phil Hines. Looks like whoever it will be, we'll tell you who they'll take on. This is the semis right here. The Kevin Mullins, High Point, North Carolina. The brake lights, just a little bit of a touch and go here as they try to get to the lights. Watch Phil Hines. He's just in there probably. If you had a recorder in there, you'd probably hear him in there just yelling at that thing. Here he is. Rolls in ever so gently to the top left. Mullins now fully into the beams, staged and ready to go. Oh, yeah. Oh, Phil Hines had one, but it's over. The Kevin Mullins. Number 3 puts number 2 right back to the cocktail stand. 4.57 seconds, 161 miles per hour. And the Pro Charge Mustang of Phil Hines ends its afternoon, but not Turbo Todd Moyer. Pasadena, Texas comes up in the right side. And, man, this would be something to see this guy go to a final for the first time ever at the No Mercy 3.
Radio versus the World, we need you loaded up, ready to go. Radio versus the World, we need you loaded up, ready to go. 750, 650, 570. And open comp, we need you in the lanes now. All index cars need you in the lanes. Radio versus the World, we need you loaded up, ready to go.
All right, here we go. Turbo Todd Moyer, Pasadena, Texas. Come on, baby. Oh, no. Oh, you got to be kidding me right there. Marty, the man who set the record right there in the left side. Turbo Todd not having anything there, left the line and just coasted his way down. So, Marty, Stinnett down. All right, Radial Tire versus the World. Here we go, semifinals. PTC, torque converters and transmissions, and John Kalivas. Is that thing running? I think it sounded like a weird burnout, didn't it?
Maybe he's got one of them new economy 4-cylinders.
Oh, it's running all right. I'll tell you what, didn't it sound like it shut off for a second, or it was just bizarre? I mean, he hit a little burnout and shut it right off. Kalivas, number 19, who qualified throughout this weekend. It's a mercy, and I mean mercy, for no 3. And if you got John Kalivas next to you, that's what you're screaming. But right now, you got one fast dude who's took over the leadership of being the man on the top of the ladder here after losing one of the baddest in the business, wouldn't you say? How about it? Watch him as he pulls in and gets ready for the business of probably running in the 430s again. What do you think? Got some good air at it all, or is it still pretty stagnant?
I think he's probably doing a little bit better out there right now. Frank Soldiers going to 38 earlier. Been running mid-40s all weekend. And he's got his handfuls here with John Calivas in the right-hand lane. Calivas is always very, very deadly coming up in the heads-up game.
So Frank Soldridge, let's see if he can do it here, Chad. I apologize, I've been calling Chad Carl all day, and I'm thinking of Carl Robinson and all the guys. Here we go. Look at Calivas. Look at the top-end charge left lane. Yes, 437 to a 450. Look at that number, 180 miles per hour. Soldridge is marching on to the final, and he will battle it up with one of these two.
All heads-up cars, as soon as you get through making your pass, we need you back to the staging lanes as soon as possible. All heads-up cars, as soon as you can, we need you back to the staging lanes as soon as you make your pass. We need you back as soon as possible. We got to get this race finished tonight.
Oh, it is Carl Hutel over here, the man that has really shown everyone that this nitrous oxide behemoth can run. This big old motor, 800 plus cubic inches, sitting under the hood, getting ready to do a purge down, huh?
Yeah, but over here in the right-hand lane, he's got some more nitrous coming against him with Brian McGee. Brian McGee over here in the right-hand lane, getting ready to do battle with the big block Chevrolet of Hutel out of Texas.
Listen to that nitrous oxide purge. Man, oh man. There is something hitting every cylinder right there. Look at the purge down. If you're still at home watching out there, I know Mikey Geardian's going back to his old NOS days. He's had Pro Charger, turbos, NOS, and he's just tired of changing pistons, he says. But this guy hasn't changed a lick. Hutel now comes into the beams, ready to go in the right side of the racetrack.
Right side, we got Brian McGee over here pulling into the beams. Number 19, Brian McGee, coming up against the number 2.
McGee has run 50s all day. Watch this. Look at, oh, McGee goes to the air. I mean, big air for McGee. 433 to 174. Hutel, the kid from Texas, is on a mission. 894 cubic inches of Fulton power. They ain't letting up, man. They are going to the final here in PTC Drag Radial versus the World. 433.2, 174 miles per hour. And McGee takes it up there and puts it up in the air like a hot air balloon at 509, 114 coming down. Number 5 qualifier gets laid away by the number 16 qualified birthday boy. What do you got to say for that, Carl? Well, Chad, hey, look at who's in the house. Look at these two walking in like they're looking for a bank or something to rob.
All right, Al, coming up here, we got billet atomizer injectors, Media 1, Ultimate Street Finals. Left lane over here in the Mustang, we got Robert Rogers, number 1 qualifier. Look who Robert is facing in the right-hand lane, Al. Number 19.
Yeah, look at that. Number 1, number 19, Ricky Pennington. I don't care where he's qualified. He could be 32nd, and I'd be scared to death to be next to him because that guy knows how to win. That's his middle name, Winner. And we'll see if Robert Rogers has what it takes. He's the number 1 qualifier, Chad. Here we go. The finals in Ultimate Street, brought to you by Billet Atomizers Injectors and the fine people from Media 1. We thank them for a great weekend here this weekend as they pull to the lights. Ricky Pennington, ever so gently to the bottom beam. Goes in, lights it out. Pennington, look at the light. Double 02 reaction time. Top end charge. He gets himself a whooping on the top end there. How'd that happen? I don't even know, but it must have been all gathered up as we look at the numbers. How did he do that? Beat him on the top end. Look at that, 507, 533. 002, he knew he had to get it. Rogers, your number one qualifier, did what he had to do, came here, been number one, goes home with the big cash. Brad Tootin, if you're not there, we're going to run without you, or send someone to let us know if you're broke. Brad Tootin, we need to know if you're broke or not. Let us know. We're going to run without you. Here comes Outlaw 10-5 P. Brought to you by Ultimate Converter.
Good job.
Outlaw 10-5 class brought to you by Ultimate Converter Concepts. And look who we got coming up over in the left lane. Left lane, we got Tim Lynch in the twin turbo Proline powered big block Chevrolet.
Now, if you're thinking about just walking away from it all, all right, so John Kalivas, congratulations. Joe Greathouse and the guys coming up getting their pay. Here comes the next two to the line.
Mark Kiger in the right-hand lane.
Kiger over there with Don Bailey wants to get a win, man. They get around this car on the left side. It's going to be a godsend right here. Look at Lynch. Lynch is going to lay a number down, man. How about that? 4.211. 183 miles per hour. The Chevrolet Corvette just got up and got damn out of here, huh? There's your winner. He's got two in a row, man, the last couple of weeks. Tim Lynch, best run of the weekend, 421.1. Kelly Lynch, congratulations to the whole Lynch team down there, Proline Racing Engines. Don Bailey, big congratulations to you, man, because I know what you took to get that guy into that final. No, I'm telling you, Kiger and that company have to be proud because someone came up and spoke up and saw things that weren't right, I guess, and there they go. The purple car gets right to the final, finds himself at 4.69 seconds out of Coral Springs, Florida. But the Lynch family, what a run. So Outlaw Drag Radial now coming to the water box. And it will be Will Stevenson. And Will Stevenson in the Chevrolet taking on Scotty Husted. This is cool right here. Chevy versus Ford. Outlaw Drag Radial. And who are they brought to you by?
The Outlaw Drag Radial class brought to you by Holly, NOS, and Monty Smith Performance Nitrous. Stevenson been on the hunt this weekend for the winning. Coming in running number one, facing the number 7, Scott Husted out of Florida with the 93 Mustang.
You know, Chad, the thing that's impressive is that we watch Husted. He has really found numbers. He's been in the 40s. And he came really out of nowhere, tuning it up and finding things as the weekend went on. Husted now akin to number 7.
He's in the final, man, and Will Stevenson is going to need every ounce of Chevy bow tie to keep that pony from trying to jump the fence.
Here they go into the lights. Stevenson looks for a hole shot. Does he get it? No, Husted gets him. Stevenson off the throttle. Husted with the victory. Number 7 puts on the trophy, man. How about a 462 at 153 miles per hour? Scott Husted, your NPR Floridian-based 93 Mustang, showing everybody from Newport Richey how to make it work. Congratulations. That is so cool to see. 069, 083. Stevenson, something must have went wrong, but he had a 60-foot that would knock that thing out of the park. Look at that.
Yeah, 116 over here in the right-hand lane for Stevenson. He was on the move. Looks like it fell off right before the 330, and then something just went wrong.
So Kevin Fiskus, Extreme 275. So the second chance race in the X275. ATF transmission. Kevin, oh, look at this. Look at Fiskus this late at night. Whoa! Hang on to it, baby. He goes out of the lane, man, and Fiskus down there just crossed up lanes. After his 528, I am telling you, that was a scary moment right there. 118 miles per hour, and Kevin Fiskus did everything to hang on to that little Mustang, man. She came down once, twice, bounced around, got in the other lane, and Kevin will get her off the turnoff. He'll get out and pet her down and probably give her a cold hosing and a beating.
Marty Sinnett, we need you to the staging immediately. Marty Sinnett, we need you to the staging immediately. Marty Sinnett, running Outlaw 275, we need you to the staging immediately. All right, left-hand lane, we got Brian Tootin coming up here in the BMF Mustang. Right-hand lane, we got Walter Drakeford in the Induction Solutions powered Mustang. Right-hand lane.
Somebody, Chad's coming back for the final. This is the semis right now, and Kevin Fiskus will be ready to challenge whoever in the final. It's going to be an awesome one. I'm telling you what. Who are you picking here? Go Nitrous? You got that free hat.
I think I gotta go Nitrous. The Special Induction Solutions, they're always tuned up, ready to go.
Sure be nice to see that just for the Johnson family, I'll tell you that. A couple weeks they've had back at home. Here they go down on the top end. And the win light goes over to Tootin. Tootin out of South Carolina, Lexington, South Carolina, the 91 Mustang. Your number 3 qualifier takes Drakeford out of the game. 491, it'll be Tootin and Fiskus in the final of the Extreme 275 category for second chance qualifier. Brought to you by ATF and the guys down there with their transmission. That'll lead us right here to Lee Spring Final. Oh, look at, I hope that's not death smoke right there. See that, how it's following it out? I mean, that's a big bore motor, but sometimes that is not good to see right as they come to the water box. Watch this puff. Yeah, there's more smoke coming out of the right bank on the header on that Chevrolet Camaro in the left lane than the back tires did on the burnout. Here comes the man Morrow. In the right side out of Tennessee, the Zumi-piped Chevrolet Camaro will be in the right lane where he's been all evening. Morrow's car, gorgeous. What about a 75, 77? I'm not sure. That is a gorgeous car. Sitting there in the right lane. Who do you have in the left lane?
Over here in the left-hand lane, we got Jason Richards. Jason Richards has been on the tree all weekend as well.
Richards has that smoke coming out of the right side of his header. If you've seen him go into the water box, sometimes you call that death smoke. Hopefully nothing will happen, and Richards will get down track with fashion. The smoke was the thing scaring me at this point. Watch the left lane. Keep your eyes on him. As Morrow ready to go. Jason Richards into the lights. He was hurt. I will tell you, he was hurt and he knew it. He just played the game, trying to catch a red light and a big win. And I didn't mean to throw him out there. If I did, I apologize. I just get nervous when you see a lot of smoke coming out of the car. Jason Richards, thanks for coming out, man, and thanks for getting to the final. Leaf Spring Eliminator brought to you by the wonderful guys, Performance Transmission and Caplocks Oil Company. And it could have been Caplocks all over again right there. But Richards bowed down, didn't want to hurt the big beast. Good job. So this is the final in Extreme 275. Rich Bruder backing up is Bruder's little Mustang. And Rich Bruder right here in the right lane, left side. Is that Smiley? Who is that over there? Cordito?
Radio versus World. This is your final call. Radio versus World. This is your final call. We need to the lanes right now. We're ready to go. Dustin Mubern in the green Mustang. out of Lexington, Alabama, Bennett powered turbo Mustang. One-time street car. I remember a few years ago, Al, me and Dustin, we was out just cruising around the town in this old car, and he's got here.
All right, so Brian Morrow won that race. Now I wish the button worked here, but we'll tell you about Rich Bruder. Mike Modest, who's down there sitting down as a tuner and the man that's won championships, and I've told you all weekend about him, the Bruder brothers, right lane, came in off a huge victory. Last couple have been a huge victory for them. Into the lights, there's Dustin Mewborn. Lexington, Alabama, fully staged. Bruder's in. Look at 001 for Mewborn. Down to the top end. Is it enough? Not enough to get around that 462 animal, man. 155 miles per hour. Bruder just puts the bruises where they count. He hits you in the lower section and comes across and knocks you right out. 155 miles per hour. There's only one guy you know that can do that. Number one qualifier, Rich Bruder, Mike Modesty. And I'm going to tell you what, Michael, where is he? Mike and the Bruder brothers, that is a credit to you. A guy is working through such a hard day. His grandmother who just had a stroke today.
Radio versus the world.
I will tell you what, Mike Modest and those guys all congratulating one of the greatest ever small tire racers and tuners in the world, and I'm not afraid to say it.
X275 second chance racers, we need you back up here as soon as possible. X275 second chance racers, we need you back up here as soon as possible. Cars are ready to the lanes, 470 cars, 15 lanes.
All right, so Soldridge, your number 2 qualifier, sitting down here. He's got the shakedown from E-Town sticker on the side, out of the water box area. It's going to be a good drag race. If you're a Ford fan, you're going to be sitting there in the right lane, hanging on with one of the best in the business here tonight at No Mercy 3. And it has been the Super Bowl of small tire drag racing. In the left lane, the birthday guy. I mean, he came here and he is celebrating a birthday he'll never forget. He's in the final. Chad, tell us a little bit about this car.
Kyle Utell over here in the left lane in the 4th gen F-body Camaro. Big block. Nitrous car. They call him the Bad Niner. Look at all that nitrous coming out of there.
Look at it. Man, oh man. Now watch. He's got a little purge down here for a few other kits, I think. There he goes, bringing it into that big 800-plus cubic inch motor. Soldridge just going to have to sit and wait for this whole purge down right there. He gets on the brakes, turns on the radio, and sits back and waits patiently. Now we got another purging kit, and here they come. Kyle Utell, the state of Texas. And I guarantee you on home, if they're down there on the live feed, they have been up waiting for this round all night. Texas won't give up until the end. And right here, they're going to prove it. Watch the Chevrolet, nitrous oxide. They've, again, loosened up the rules a little bit to get these guys back into the game. And Soldridge is going to do everything he can to go home that number 2 qualifier as replacing everyone and taking that check. You. Radial tire versus the world. I got confused with Outlaw 10-5 for a minute. Here they come. Look at that. Birthday boy. Soldridge hanging with him, though. Top end. It's going to be the big nitrous oxide Kyle Hutel out of Cypress, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. 2002 Chevrolet Camaro. 435 and 172. The Bruder boys are going out to get a blue bottle now. After that, they rock, man. Those are some good guys right there. 172 miles per hour. Come here. 33 inches. I could go down there and measure that for you. Might take 86 times to do it. Oh, man, 33 inches. Look, hey, Earnhardt. Jimmy Earnhardt down there getting a kick out of that one. Soldiers, who went down there at 4.36 seconds. What a drag race. Double O, well, not actually double O, 077, 079. 121, 111 on a 60-foot in the left lane. And then you had it all over there in the left lane. That nitrous oxide never quit feeding the cylinders. 435, 436. What a flat-out awesome race.
All right, Al, coming up here in the left-hand lane, we got Brian Teuton in the BMF Mustang. Mustang over here in the left-hand lane coming up against Kevin Fiskus in the right-hand lane. Last round, Kevin Fiskus stood it up on the bumper. Stood it up a couple times. Can he be able to keep it down this time and keep up with Brian Teuton on this pass?
We're going to find out, Chad. Teuton over there on the left side, ready to go. Lexington, South Carolina, bringing it up on the chip. The number 3 qualifier, Fiskus. Number 24, he keeps it down. Look at this run, though. Check out the Teuton machine. Does he get him? No. Fiskus, look at those numbers, man. 499.1, 499.6. We're going to have to go down to Wade and find out how many inches that was. Unreal, 146 miles per hour. Kevin Fiskus, your champion right there.